Today95.1 FM. I am Kala Da Kurubatabo. About 10 persons, including children, have been killed while others sustained injuries in an attack on Tegbe village in Mango district in Basa local government area of Plateau State. Suspected headsmen were said to have invaded the community in the early hours of Friday, setting houses ablaze, maiming and killing residents in the process of the attack. The National Publicity Secretary of Irigwe Development Association, Davison Mallison, confirmed this to journalists on Friday. He said apart from the 10 bodies recovered so far, others are still missing. In the meantime, Plateau State Governor Simon Lalong has condemned the attack on the village, saying the criminals are bent on instilling fear, pain and sorrow on the people with a view to destabilizing the state and making fortune from their criminality, as well as rupturing the substantial peace attained. Zamfara state government has shut down one filling station and a bakery in the state for alleged complicity in banditry. The state security task force ordered the immediate closure of the filling station in Safe and the bakery in Gusau local government areas of the state after arresting 3 suspected fuel and bread suppliers to bandits in the bush. In a statement, the chairman of the task force committee, Abubakar Dwaran, noted that the task force also recovered 2 motorcycles, one filled with fuel, while the other was carrying a loaf of bread, 2 jerry cans, and a functional generator with fuel from bandits collaborators in Safe and Gusau LGAs of the state. The 3 suspects had to be handed over to the police for further investigation and prosecution. Meanwhile, the Kaduna state government has lifted a 3-month telecommunications shutdown it imposed in October due to recent attacks by bandits along the Kaduna-Abuja road. The state government, through the Commissioner of Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Aruwan, who announced this on Friday, said the relevant government agency in charge of telecommunication has been directed to lift the ban. Aruwan said other measures like the ban on motorcycles, ban on weekly markets, selling of fuel in kegs remain in force. The Court of Appeal sitting in Lagos has upheld the final forfeiture order on the $40 million worth of jewelry seized from the premises of the former Minister for Petroleum, Diezani Alison Madueke. Justice Festus Obande, who read the judgment on Friday, held that there was no substance in Alison Madueke's bid to overturn the lower court order and subsequently dismissed the move by the former minister to challenge the forfeiture order. Barring any appeal by the former minister to the Supreme Court, the jewelries are to be forfeited to the federal government. In July 2019, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission had secured an order from Justice Nicholas Owebo of the Federal High Court to temporarily forfeit the expensive items to the federal government. Some people from Ogoni have kicked against the continuous stay and planned appointment of Professor Philip Shekwolo as the substantive IPREP coordinator for the cleanup of Ogoni land. The Ogoni people in the protest held in Buri, Kana local government area of Rivers State said they are sad that the acting IPREP coordinator, Professor Philip Shekwolo, who was the staff of company at the epicenter of the oil crisis in Ogoni land, will be made current project coordinator. The leader of Ogoni Development Drive, Solomon Lenu, who addressed newsmen, alleged that Shekwolo, rather than focusing on what would bring solution to the myriad of problems confronting Ogonis, has devoted his stay in IPREP to bribe people to support his confirmation as the IPREP substantive project coordinator. Lenu called on President Muhammadu Buhari to immediately remove Professor Philip Shekwolo as IPREP project coordinator and replace him with a qualified Ogoni son, insisting that Ogonis have qualified people who can pilot the affairs of IPREP. Libya's government has condemned an attack on the courts ahead of an appeal by the son of slain dictator Muammar Gaddafi against the rejection of his presidential election candidacy. The December 24 polls come as Libya seeks to turn a page on a decade of violence that has rocked the oil-rich nation since a NATO-backed uprising that toppled and killed Gaddafi in 2011. Libya's Electoral Commission on Wednesday announced the rejection of the candidacy of Saif al-Islam Gaddafi, who is wanted by the International Criminal Court for alleged war crimes. Saif al-Islam was among 25 of the 98 hopefuls whose bids were turned down for non-compliance with the provisions of the electoral law. And that concludes the news update at 2 on Today 95.1 FM. Do not forget to take responsibility Wash your hands frequently with soap and running water. Alternatively, have with you at all times alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid touching your face and eye contact surfaces to prevent the spread of coronavirus. Good afternoon. I am Kalada Kurubatabo. Thank you for listening. Do stay tuned. Today's also up next.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Otimbi na Timbelio.
In Congo, you fit to fly don't carry another package call for Hona. 7 days explosive vacation for Kigali and Congo. For this vacation, return flight go there to enter Kigali and Congo plus 2 visas. 3 different nights for Kigali and Goma. Ship cruise for 190. Hotel Rwanda, the Runga National Park plus other documented badumenti will go the Shelle from December 14 go to December 21 with the shit getting money. For more information, call us on top with Port Harcourt office 09070 37 36 96. This is correct vacation. Now you fit to fly, carry and come. Supported by the government of the Democratic Republic of Congo. This one go choke.
This is today's hustle. One show that embodies objectivity. We raise the bar in examining the good, the bad, the sordid, everything that has to do with society.
In America, you buy a big house and you pay gradually for 30 years of your life. That is politics. In Nigeria, you carry all your salary and go and rent one room. Bad politics.
Everything that has to do with
you
society.
must negotiate. If we don't negotiate, when a man is pushed to the wall, he bounces back with double levels. We have been pushed to the wall.
The Hustle. Every weekday from
1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
on Today 95.1 FM.
All right, I'm going to start the show by shouting like one of my colleagues. Thank God it's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. For some of you, it's time for you to have fun, go and, do all the things that you like to do when it's Friday. For others, it is time to prepare for Owambe that happens on Saturday. For some people, it's just another time to spend with family, rest, from the hustle and bustle of the week. For some of us, it's time for more talk and more talk like I'm doing in the studio. I am Khaled and I like to think of myself as the man of the people, and it's time for us to have today's hustle on Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. Time check, 9 minutes gone past the hour of 2. And I have something very, very, I don't know how to put it, but it's something that we should talk about. I know we've talked about it before, but it's time for us to talk about it again, because on Monday, or was it Tuesday, we had a couple of women. I think they called themselves the Whalers women or something like that. They were in front of the complex of the NDDC, and they were demanding for, a formation of the substantive board, and for this National Assembly to not add, state like Lagos, the other states where they recently found oil, to the NDDC. So we will be revisiting that matter, and we will be wondering why. I mean, it's been a couple of months. When was that? The forensic audit was done sometime in August, I believe. And it's been a couple of months and still nothing. The politics. So we will be talking about all of that. And I would not be doing the conversations alone. I have for yet again another appearance, J.C. Williams, who is a lawyer, when I say legal practitioner, and he's a political analyst. He's so in love with politics that he couldn't help but come back to the studio. All right. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you. Welcome. No, just don't worry. I'll fix it for you. Good afternoon. Just say good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So, how are you doing? Let's start from there. How are you doing? How have you been?
Well, I thank God I'm doing fine.
All right.
I'm doing fine.
All right. So, Let's start the conversation with. Huh? All right, sorry, we had to fix one or two. So yeah, I was introducing JC Williams, and he said it's good. So let's delve straight into the conversation right about now. NDDC, all right. For about 2 years now or thereabout, we've not had a substantive board in the NDDC, and you will agree with me that the NDDC is the commission set up to look into issues bedeviling the Niger Delta. Given the fact that the Niger Delta is bedeviled with issues because of oil exploration in the region, yet we still are lagging behind when it comes to development, when it comes to a proper environment. I mean, we're nowhere to be found. Going in, for instance, there is no potable drinking water in some places. All of those things. You have, how do I put it now? You've found yourself in the political space. What can you say? Is the reason for the way the NDDC, has been, currently it's inefficient. I can say that because we've seen all the money pumped into it and nothing to write home about. So what can you say, from your own observation, is the reason why the NDDC is the way it is today?
Well, thank you, Kalada. The reason I think NDDC is the way it is simply put greed. Greed. It has got nothing to do with politics. It's purely greed. Because if you say, okay, it's because this person belongs to party A, that's why he's doing what he's doing. When he leaves and the other person from party B comes, the same thing. So it's just greed of individuals. That is what is happening.
So greed of individuals in the Niger Delta, from the Niger Delta.
Yes.
All right.
But regrettably, whether a son or a daughter of Niger Delta at every given point in time is supposed to be in charge of NDDC. But regrettably, I mean that they have collaborators outside the Niger Delta that even dictates to them what to do, how to rip off the Niger Delta.
Do you have facts to this?
Yes, when you say facts.
No, because we deal with facts.
Yes, when you say fact, let me tell you something. A couple of years back, the office of the Secretary to the Federal Government of the Federation is the supervising office
of the NDDC. That was before the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs took over.
Yes.
All right.
Now, you know what happened? That office became a clearing house, and of course, that office is situated in Abuja.
Okay.
And all manner of people stay around that office. So orders comes from that office to whoever that is here, a supposed Niger Delta son or daughter,
all right,
that is supposed to be here to develop the Niger Delta.
All right.
You see people coming from outside this region of the Niger Delta with even a complimentary card instructing the man in charge of Niger Delta that Oga at the top say, and because that office of the SGF as it were,
okay,
is the one who supervised, is the one who even send memo to the presidency for anything. So at a point that the secretary to the federal government became the alter ego of NDDC. Even the Niger Delta people here who have legitimate things to do with the Niger Delta even had to go to Abuja to the same office to take complimentary card. And of course, the process of going to Abuja, taking complimentary card, and coming here to pick a job or whatever, of course, you know where that money is going to. Impoverishing the Niger Delta. I mean.
Okay, so if I spend my money flying to Abuja, paying hotel bills because you would not see the SGF immediately, when I get the job, I would have to, take back the money I spent.
Canada, your guess is as good as mine.
Okay.
Because you know that the SGF, who is not from this region, is there for the Christmas.
All right.
By the time you go to him, you present your case for which you're there.
Your case can, mean lobbying and all
yeah,
of that.
exactly. Your case can even, look, that thing you see as your case can even end up developing another region.
All right.
Because the FGS or whoever he may delegate that function to do will discuss with you. Okay. This thing I'm giving you, what is our this? What is our that? And the person comes back here as a Niger daughter, son or daughter, collect whatever that is due here to develop his community. And of course, he will not, because he has bills to pay in Abuja.
All right. So the second term, was it under the second term when all this controversy started? I think the first fight was for the NDDC to be removed from the hand of the SGF to the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs.
That's correct.
And when that happened, of course, Senator Akpabio is the one in charge. One would have hoped that maybe there would be a difference. So is that a difference, or is it still everybody run to Abuja, get a complimentary card from the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs, and come get a job back in the NDDC? Is that what it is?
You see, my brother, without mincing word, it's like going from frying pan to fire.
All right.
And that's why I say it's regrettable that the Niger Delta, the ones who are privileged in the Niger Delta, to be around this NDDC, will not let their greed come down a little.
All right.
Now, let me tell you something. As you said, when the office of the NDDC was taken away from the office of the Secretary of the Federal Government and then handed over to the Ministry of Niger Delta, one would have expected that. Of course, Ministry of Niger Delta being manned by a Niger Delta man, that there will be change. But you know what? It is regrettable that, in fact, do you know that even in the Ministry of Niger Delta, most people don't know that there is a ministry called the Niger Delta Ministry.
All right.
Anybody, in fact, let me not say anybody, Senator Gospel Akpabio, that is appointed as the Minister of Niger Delta, has even refused to realize that he's a Minister of Niger Delta. He says he's a Minister of NDDC.
How do you mean?
Yeah.
But before I get into what you mean by being the minister of the NDDC, have you had any close relationship with the NDDC? That's a question I would like to ask you. Do you know someone who has a close relationship with the NDDC, or are these sayings based on close observation of the NDDC?
Now, let me say something. One, I'm not a contractor in NDDC, so
right.
if you mean closeness, I'm not.
Because I'm asking because someone might say, maybe this guy they did not give him contract.
No. I've never applied for one.
All right.
Now, as a concerned Niger Delta man,
all right,
my ears are on the ground.
All right.
NDDC is a public place.
All right.
You can go there and get whatever information you want.
All right.
Right? You see, the point is that a minister of NDDC, a minister of Niger Delta came. NDDC is a commission under the Ministry of Niger Delta. By so doing, the Ministry of Niger Delta is supposed to supervise the NDDC.
Yeah, that's what it is. Supervise.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
My brother, it is unfortunate that. Okay, let me tell you something. You should ask, why is it that the board of NDDC has not been constituted?
We'll get to that.
No,
we'll get to that. But I just want you to answer the question I asked you.
The point is that the Minister of Niger Delta is not interested.
All right.
I stand to be corrected.
All right.
He's not interested in the development of the Niger Delta.
How do you mean? Make me understand. He's in Niger Delta.
Now let me tell you.
Why would he not be interested in developing the Niger Delta?
See the East-West Road.
Okay.
That is a typical one. See the East-West Road.
All right.
Every year we hear budget. It has been budgeted for. Every year. And you know what? This is the same road the Minister of Niger Delta passes to his place in Akwa Ibom.
All right.
Go to Eleme. You can pass there.
All right.
And every day you see the same man come up to mesmerize us with talk. Tell us how he's doing this, how he's uncommon governor. He was uncommon governor. He's uncommon minister. I mean, I mean, for how long will you continue to fool yourself and say you're fooling us?
All right.
A road like East-West Road. We have a ministry of Niger Delta. We have a son from the Niger Delta manning that ministry.
All right.
How again can you then say that
right.
he's interested in the development of Niger Delta?
So you allege that he is the minister of the NDDC. What informs that allegation? What informs that
Okay.
Style of thinking?
Let me tell you something. You remember when he first came on board? Remember the story of Joy Nune,
All right.
the acting MD at the time?
All right.
You remember all the hula baloo that happened of money this, money
But
that?
at first I hear they were best of friends. Is
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
But what I am saying is what they put in the public domain.
All right.
We had all the money this, that. Now, have you, Calendar, you are a Niger Delta man. Have you ever heard any program of the Ministry of Niger Delta? No. Instead, what we hear this is weekend. If you check now, Senator Akpabio might be in Port Harcourt. We are NDDC. So all they think about is how to award what they call this one that they award running into billions. The seal thing. Running into billions of naira. Where is it? We are not seeing. You know what? Niger Delta Development Commission, as I speak today, is a one-man show.
Okay.
It's a one-man show.
All right. Now, you first of all said it was under the office of the SGF and there was the complementary card business, and you're now saying it's worse under the Ministry of the Niger Delta Affairs. Could this be the reason why the forensic audit and its reports and its whatever it is that is inside of it, the white paper and all, has not been released, or is it why we're not seeing anybody being punished just yet? Could it be? Could it be? Let's talk.
It's possible. How do I mean? 3 months ago, the same minister of Niger Delta submitted the report of the forensic audit to the federal government through the office of the Attorney General of the Federation.
Yes, true.
We saw that. Now, my brother, what then is holding the implementation? This document, is it a one-man property? Are we not supposed to see it? Why don't we make it public?
So you are saying it should be made public? Are you?
Sure.
Okay.
It's an audit of. Look, everybody should have access to public documents these days. And you know this NDDC forensic auditing raised a whole lot of dust. Everybody became interested. So what is the secrecy now? You say they have concluded their work. Of course, the forensic auditors haven't concluded their work. They submitted their report to the office of the Minister of Niger Delta, who in turn submitted to the federal government through the office of the Attorney General. Now, where are we 3 months after? Where are we?
All right.
Where are we? Instead, the one we hear is, we are talking about. Let me tell you something. I was ashamed of some persons. About 5 days ago, I was watching the AIT news, and I saw, look, Canada, I'm above 40. At this point, I shouldn't be parading myself on the streets as a youth. I saw people, grandfathers.
You're youth in age.
Yes, grandfathers in the Niger Delta. I saw them on TV in Abuja. They went to pay Akpabio solidarity visit, and they say they have declared what they say. How I'm just
there's no issue.
There's no issue.
Let's just
there's no
it.
issue,
There's
and
no
he's
problem.
doing well.
Yes.
Vote of confidence.
Yes,
That's
yes,
it. That
yes.
they have passed vote of confidence.
Yes.
That he's performing. I mean.
But maybe you're not seeing his performances. I mean, everybody cannot see the way you see. No, everybody
Canada,
cannot.
there is nothing to see that Akpabio has done in the Niger Delta. Nothing.
All right.
You see, men. Some of them grandfather went to Abuja and he gave them tea and maybe some flight ticket and some money, and they say, we have Niger Delta. We have given you. What the hell?
Now let's leave the minister and let's focus on the issues. Now, you may be right. I mean, I'm looking at your conspiracy theories and I'm saying maybe, just maybe, because recently we've seen some recommendations, a few recommendations said to be from the forensic audit report, We've not seen the report, so we cannot confirm. But it is believed to be from the forensic report, and one of such is that there should be a reduction in the number of board members because of cutting down cost and all of that. There's also the talk of there's something else again I can't remember. You just skipped my head. But some of these changes, and another one is the one we've seen in the National Assembly where it wants to add Lagos, some other some other states where oil has been found therein. But let's start with the NDDC being under the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs, being controlled by the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs and all of that, and having the sole administrator. How is this affecting development in the Niger Delta?
I told you earlier that what is happening in NDDC as I speak today is a one-man show.
All right.
Because the act establishing NDDC did not make room for what is happening now in NDDC. Where one man will be accountant, will be treasurer, will be managing director, will be everything, will be director of project, will be the EDFA, one man.
Yeah, but what about the reduction of the board member? I want to
now let me tell you. Let me tell you something. Why is it, assuming without considering that the forensic audit report has in it or recommend that there should be reduction in the member of directors? Why is it that is the only one that the minister will pick up? Is it the only thing they recommended? Didn't they also recommend that the board, even if it's 3-member board, that board should be constituted?
All right.
Why is it that one is the one that is now they are more interested in? No, the point is the act establishing NDC have made it clear on the number of directors representing the various states and all of that. All that is there is clear. So if for any reason the current Minister of Niger Delta is not comfortable with that, what he should do is to maybe sponsor a bill at the National Assembly to say, look, I want to have seen this, I've seen A, I've seen B, I've seen Y in the end going on in the NDDC. Let me sponsor this bill that this board, the director should be cut down. Yeah. You understand? Now they will look at it, but not for him, Sumotu, to decide that what he's going to do in the name of forensic. Every time, for the past how many months, he's been forensic, and he made his brother managing director of NDDC. He's the EDFA NDDC. He's the executive director project NDDC. One man.
But
how do we function in that?
Now, before I go back to the question I asked you, or the questions I asked you, you seem to have some growls with the minister. But you should also take into consideration that the minister did not start, before the minister, all of these problems were there. Like you mentioned, there was the SGF office, controlling the NDDC. Before this administration, we had people. Before this administration, we've been doing the East-West Road. I mean, the East-West Road has been
sorry, let me tell you something.
I'm going somewhere. The point is, it might not just be, it might be a problem bigger than Akpabio himself.
Do you know why this one is more pronounced?
No, tell us.
All the while, what happens is, when a board of NDDC is dissolved, the most senior director in NDDC is usually appointed to be the acting managing director.
All right.
It's not in the history of NDDC that somebody who is not a staff of NDDC will be appointed as sole administrator. That is what is happening now. Just check it out. What happens is that when a board is dissolved, the most senior director in NDDC is usually asked to act until a new board is constituted. But in the case of Akpabio, since he came as a minister, and let me tell you again, the man that is the acting, or call him sole administrator of NDDC now, used to be executive director of finance and administration, appointed by Akpabio. That board, he dissolved that board, and then brought one person from the so-called board that was dissolved
to be sole administrator. All right.
Is it not ridiculous?
Let's pause it there now. I asked another question because I gave you two questions. One was, the reduction in size of the the board members, and you've answered that one. The other one is the addition of other states to the NDDC, and a move to create a South-South Development Commission alongside the NDDC, of course. So, what do you make of that one now?
See, my brother, I will appeal to President Muhammad Buhari. Let him not watch and see people destroy his legacy. How do I mean?
Tell me.
Olusegun Obasanjo, President Olusegun Obasanjo, in 2001, established NDDC. You and I know how the NDDC was. I mean, how the Niger Delta was before that commission came on board. Niger Delta was like a war zone.
All right.
Our freedom fighters, our agitators, and all the names they called Niger Delta. We remember, you can't come here and leave. Obasanjo, in his wisdom, brought Niger Delta to cushion let me put it, to ameliorate,
to reduce all of the crisis.
To ameliorate the problems then in the Niger Delta.
To pacify the Niger
To
Delta.
pacify the Niger Delta people. Now, do you know what? And to a large extent, the establishment of Niger Delta have really helped this country.
All right.
Both economically, Niger Delta at some point became relatively peaceful.
All right.
Until today. Now, why I say President Buhari should not want people to destroy this country. Now, if for any reason Niger Delta Development Commission was established to help, see Ogoni, look at Ogoni, to help the Niger Delta, the ecosystem of the place is gone. Nothing is working here. Look at the oil spillage that happened in Nembe or Brass. Yes, the people are dying, and then all of a sudden, somebody in the National Assembly.
By the way, the federal government is doing something on that, so I just need
no, it's okay. Somebody wakes up, say oil has been discovered in Lagos, oil has been discovered in Bauchi, oil has been discovered in Kogi and Anambra, and somebody gets up in the Senate to say he wants an amendment to the Niger Delta Act. And what is the amendment all about? That Lagos State, Bauchi, Kogi, Anambra should not be co-opted as oil producing state, therefore will now be represented in the Niger Delta Commission.
All right.
We will not take that. If President Buhari wants to watch and see this country boil again, look, let me tell you, Canada, I have not benefited a dime from the NDDC. But that is not to say that you will take the Niger Delta people for granted.
All right.
He don't do that. If Lagos, Bauchi, or whatever name they call themselves, oil has been found, let me tell you something. See the Niger, this commission created in Northeast Development Commission.
Yeah.
Do they have oil? Are they NDDC?
And that's why I'm going somewhere, and that's why I asked the question. What do you? Because now it's looking like the Senate wants to do the South, Southeast, Southwest, Northwest, North Central Development Commissions, and so when that is done, the NDDC will be for probably oil-producing states.
You see, let me tell you something. That brings me back to what we're talking about. What is holding this forensic report?
All right.
If the forensic report is out, there should have been some recommendations there.
Of course.
Now, we should have asked this thing now that they are cooking in the National Assembly. Have they secretly seen some of the recommendation of the forensic auditors that would have informed this kind of proposals?
All right.
So, first thing first, I am of the opinion that report should be made public. Let us see. Because look, there's nothing wrong in even development.
All right.
You understand? But for you now to say, you want now to send South, they did that commission, Southeast, Southwest, with that in any way, even if all that commission is aside, will that in any way solve the problem of the Niger Delta?
All right. So you don't like the fact that it is under the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs, that's the NDDC. You don't like the fact that it was under the SGF. So where should the NDDC be?
No. I didn't say I don't like the fact that it's under the Ministry of the Niger Delta.
Okay.
Remember, I told you from the beginning that what the problem we have in the Niger Delta is greed. That's the first thing I said. Okay. How do I mean? See, Canada, there is a man in my place that sing. He said, if this phone, me and you contributed money and bought it, and I want to use it, for 1 week, there's nothing wrong. And you say you want to use it for 2 days. There's nothing wrong with me telling you, Canada, my brother, please, I know this thing is our own. Please allow me use it for 1 week. But not for me to say, because it's in my hand, and I say, it's my own. It's not, you are not part of it. No. See, appoint somebody from the Niger Delta. As which the federal government is doing, which we have one.
Yeah.
Now, greed. One man, me and you are crying as people of the same family, and all of a sudden, you are remembered and given an appointment, and you forgot the problem me and you have.
So, yet again, I asked the question and I'm asking again. Don't you think maybe it's bigger than the minister himself? And maybe, now let's look at it from this way now. They're looking at a way to add more states, these other states, Lagos and the rest, I'm trying to remember the states, but
Bauchi, Kogi, Anambra,
I was thinking
Lagos.
It was Borno, but Bauchi. Thank you very much. Now, when you listen to how they are very passionate about adding states to NDDC, one would think, what is in the NDDC? Just maybe the NDDC is where people go and make money. So
that's
correct. Probably bigger than what the minister can handle, because people's interest, people's livelihood, people's cash cow are in the NDDC.
You are very, very, very
so
correct.
maybe not the minister's fault.
Is he Canada? Let me tell you something. If you are from a place,
all right.
If you are from a place,
all right,
and you know the problem of your people, and God graciously gives you an opportunity to serve those your forgotten people, instead of you to serve those your people, you now go to Abuja and be taking instruction on how. In fact, you go to Abuja and start asking Abuja people if they know the problem of your people, whereas you came from there.
All right.
Now, look, the problem is simple. The minister is overwhelmed. Because when you talk of Ministry of Niger Delta, what is there to talk about is NDDC. That is the only thing they talk about. So the minister should come back home.
I get you, and I get you.
Canada, let me tell you, please, just allow me say this.
Okay, go ahead. Let me.
You remember a couple of months ago, the minister went to see our brother, Tompolo, in Delta.
Okay.
What was the issue? Tompolo said, you must bring on board the NDDC board. Get it constituted.
But it's not constituted.
No,
and Tompolo still understands. So maybe like I said, Tompolo too now realizes that it is beyond. See, I don't know how I want
Canada, I
to
wish you would just let me land.
Okay, please do land.
Akpabio entered the boat.
I know.
With the deputy governor of Delta State.
I know.
Went down the creek to see Tompolo.
To have a meeting with them.
Meeting. And Tompolo said, all you have said, I've heard, but I give you 7 days.
But get again, like I said, the 7 days has expired.
I'm going to somewhere. Remember, I told you earlier on that just early this week, a group of grandfathers went to Abuja to see Akpabio and said they have given him a vote of confidence.
Vote of confidence.
Vote of confidence that he is doing well. Now, after Tompolo gave him that 7-day ultimatum, that if he don't, it's either the board will be constituted or this, that. My brother, have you asked? Remember, why am I going to? Greed of the Niger Delta people. After that, somebody like me, when I heard Tompolo spoke, then I was happy as at least. They will not appoint me, but let them appoint people that can go and do something. Up to today.
But, and that's the point I was trying to make in the first place. And maybe Tompolo himself now realizes that it is beyond one man's doing. It's probably the interest of a lot of political hands.
No, see, Canada. As they call it an agency, call it a parastatal, call it a commission under your ministry. It is the minister. It's only the minister that can raise memo to the presidency.
And it is going to pass through certain officers.
No. When you are a minister, though I haven't been a minister, but at least these things are in the public domain. A minister makes memo to the presidency.
Which will pass.
Let me tell you something.
Which will pass. I remember the president saying.
That was why.
Wait. I remember the president saying, for everything, every document, anything at all you want to do, go through the office of the chief of staff.
I agree. No. You see, in this case,
So?
you cannot separate the office of chief of staff from that of the presidency.
Okay.
That's why I say to the presidency.
Okay.
That's what I said to the president. Now, that was the same. That was what gave Senator Akpabio the power to make the memo that dissolved the Joy Nunes board.
All right.
It was the same. That's where he drew his power from. That gave him to make the memo to recommend Aqua, his cousin, as MD of NDDC. So what stops him now? Has he suddenly forgotten that he has such power to make memo to the president?
All right. So let's get to the point because time is fast spent. Yes. How best do you think we can structure or restructure the NDDC? Should we make it as independent as INEC is independent? You know, INEC does not necessarily answer to any organ at the top, you know, just that the president, when it's time, sends money to INEC and INEC, you know, uses it for whatever function that they have. Should we do the same for the NDDC? You know, allow it independent, but still, you know, answerable in terms of auditing, reportage to, you know, setting to the presidency, so to say.
You see, if you ask me, the act establishing NDDC, it's okay.
All right.
Let each state get a member in the board. Now, the problem we have is politicians have taken advantage of the fact that the moment you are appointed, it's like, guy, it's your turn to chop. And even when you want to work, your village people will lead delegation and tell you, my friend, do you know when this thing will go back again and come back to us? So what am I saying? In my opinion, technocrats should be appointed to run the NDDC so that we can hold them accountable.
All right.
We can hold them accountable. It's not NDDC is not something you will just, okay, I'm loyal. Okay, you go there and become MD. And then, you know what happens?
All right.
When what informs appointment is loyalty, not competence.
All right.
So, I am of the view that first, NDDC should not be scrapped or be merged into the Ministry of Niger Delta no, NDDC should remain, whether we like it or not. Well, they are doing something. If not, they are grading road. You understand? So, but when you put a competent man in a good office, there is room for improvement.
All right.
So we should stop politicizing NDDC.
All right. Stop politicizing it and not put it under the control of the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs. Or scrap it, or even add other states to it. Let the other states go there. Look for. Okay. All right, I'm going to open the phone lines right about now. Let's talk. What's the best way to structure the end of this? You've heard the voice of J.C. Williams, is a legal practitioner. You know, they like to call themselves Esquire. I don't even know what does Esquire mean. Someone else.
It's just anybody can.
That's what they always say. Anybody can, but it's part of their name. But no problem. It's been very much passionately talking about the NDDC because, like I said earlier, he's a political analyst, and I would have asked one or two questions, but we'll leave that off air. I will complete the conversation off air. Don't worry. So call me 0817 0000951 and 0810 9510 951. Let's get your text messages and WhatsApp messages to the number 0701 933 9962. Canada, top of the day. NDDC has become a laughing stock for the past 3 years since Godswill Akpabio became the Minister for Niger Delta Affairs. I will advise Mr. President to scrap NDDC totally because those managing the commission has failed to provide development to the people of Niger Delta region from Tangoda to Igbo. Maybe that sense, because if our guest, if it's what he has said is anything to go by, he has said that greed, and if we are all greedy, then maybe there should be no end to this. What do I know? But this one says, good afternoon, man of the people. I think your guest is sentimental in his analysis because in my entire life, I haven't seen any tangible project from NDDC. So the point here is not about Akpabio, but it is about addressing the fundamentals which I expected the man in the studio to talk about. Instead, he's busy calling one man's name. Sentiment is killing us in this region, James. And then he went ahead to say, look at the Minister of Transportation, all he has done in railways. None is happening here. Would you tell me that he doesn't like his own region? Please, let's wake up and start searching for what is doing us and stop fighting ourselves, James said. All right, let's go to the... Mr. says, no minister is overwhelmed. Akpabio knows what he's doing. APC do not want to inaugurate the NDDC board to save funds for 2023 election, Mr. Law. All right, thank you very much. But let's go to the phone lines now. 0817-000-0951 and 081-0951-0951. Who's on the line?
Hello, Canada. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. What's your name?
Akanimo,
Akanimo, welcome.
Yes. Canada, let me pick the word greed. I want to ask your guest in the studio. The Niger Delta Minister and the people of the Niger Delta, who is great? You have even mentioned about Tompolo, Ateke Tom, Asan, all of them, you mentioned them. Who is great in the Niger Delta? Now, then, you ask question, how will the Niger Delta? How are they going to structure Niger Delta? I want to tell you, Niger Delta should remain the way it is. Or you scrap it, or you leave it the way it is. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for calling in. 95.1fm, what's your name?
Well, Mr. Kalada, good afternoon.
Yeah,
and my brother in studio.
Yeah, good
This
afternoon.
is Commander Lutu, calling from Bayelsa.
Commander himself, welcome.
Yes, sir. Me, I don't agree with my brother there that Okpabio is our problem.
All right.
Just like you send somebody a message and he's doing different things. Will you keep quiet as a father? Okpabio is not doing anything contrary to Mr. President.
Right.
If Okpabio is doing something that President doesn't like, it's just an instruction.
All right.
The whole Niger Delta is boiling. People are doing protests every day. The President is aware. So if Okpabio is the cause, he would have asked him to go and inaugurate that port.
All right.
So don't come and tell us that it's Okpabio. Fine, Okpabio is stealing our money from that process.
You can't say it's stealing. We don't have facts to that. All allegations, please.
It's what the president wants. Okpabio is doing what the president wants. Don't tell us that.
All right, then. All right, thank you very much. 95.1fm, what's your name?
Canada, good afternoon.
Cookie Gam.
Canada, you are blessed too. Canada, this Niger Delta problem, have been there for years. And their guys say we are able to ourselves. It's greed, me, my own greed, and our greed that is killing Niger Delta. It's not so, Canada. This thing has been there since nearly close to 20 years now. But can you show me one landmark project in Rivers State and this has provided for us and better people? That's my problem.
The NDC building?
I don't want to laugh about that. I want to say.
One landmark project. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
The office, where they start.
It's for Niger people.
Yes, they say people for themselves to start to drink their teas and share the money among themselves. My problem is the women protest is my problem. That women protest there this Monday. I had that protest. I was angry about that protest. You know why?
Tell me.
So that let us move our eye from it. This is our state. God gave to us, gave us oil. Let us move our eye from it. Let's face our governors. Our governors have failed us. If our governors have been doing well, they should leave a little alone because this is a cash card. Our governors have failed us. What the government
the cash that is turned into a cow belongs to the Niger Delta people, so we can't leave it alone. I hope you get that one.
I agree with you.
So we can't leave it alone. Listen, Cookie Gang, we will talk about the governors when it's time to talk about the governors. But for now, we will talk about the NDDC and see how we can structure.
For me as a best, NDC has failed this statute, has failed me. They should scrap it all out. That's my own prayer. Thank you
very much for calling in. All right, let's move on now. 95.1fm, what's your name?
Good afternoon, Canada.
Grandpa, welcome.
NDDC is a problem of the people of NDDC, not Akpabio.
Okay.
If you I can agree with me, or you know what has been happening to NDDC. You know that the people in the National Assembly, the State Assembly, the big and know how politicians have killed NDDC. NDDC is our own. It needs to be revived. If you scrap it, then what of Northeast, the Northwest, Southwest, and others that are coming up? Then we fold our hands and allow them to use what is there to develop the area. No, it should be there, but you have to revive it. We have to stop giving contracts. When you give contract to one person, it goes through 5, 6, 7 other experts. So the 10th person, the experts will have no more, nothing to do. It's being sold from one hand to the other. And as well, if you are privy to what has been happening here, you know that those in Senate, some of them have up to 30 contracts from the same place.
Okay.
And these are people to be blamed, not the ones who are just taking over now. It may have its own fault, but it's not. It's not now. Let this forensic be published. Let us know what is there and know what is there. But the governor should stop appointing their stooges to be members of the board. That is the problem. There are people who can do well. I can do better than so many of them that are directors there.
All right. Thank you, Grandpa. Thank you, Grandpa. They're moving on. 95.1 FM.
Canada, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. What's your name?
Okay, my name is Louis, calling from Rukboku.
Louis from Rukboku, welcome.
I think that the NCDC...
No, not NCDC, we're not talking COVID-19. NDDC.
NDDC.
Yeah, yes.
Is just a monument to the people of Niger Delta.
Oh, okay.
Just a monument.
Okay.
I don't understand. NDDC. Nsima Ekere is from my state. He was there. Now, how many people in my state did he entertain to in NDDC? Even the road that is in one compound village in Akagum State, up to today, nothing happens.
All right.
Now, see, the least thing that NDDC can do for us is to keep on thinking of the borehole and market and main road, simple finish. Now, when a crowd of people, let me tell you, those women are protesting, they're wasting their time. Because they want to take 10 million from upstairs, case close.
All right, then.
They want to take 10 million from
They're not
upstairs.
wasting their time now. I mean, if that's so, I will like fella and protest now. Just wear
Now, I see now. Don't forget that this same group of people gave ultimatum. Don't forget that.
All right, then. Thank you
This is
very
not the
much.
first time. This is not the first time. We give ultimatum.
Thank you.
So, the rest of Ghana must go. Simple. Nothing will happen in that place. Thank you.
Ghana must go. Greed. So that's something. I don't know what you're talking. I mean, that's what we're talking about, by the way. But this one says, Kalada, man of the people. Akpabio has made NDDC's family company Waka. All right, Waka, thank you very much for that one. That's on WhatsApp. But then again, I feel like there's so much expectation from the NDDC when the NDDC is just an interventionist agency, an interventionist commission. It's supposed to intervene where the governors are lagging behind. The governors can do everything at the same time. So where the governors are not really concentrating on, that's where the NDDC comes in. But it looks like with the current lack of infrastructure in the Niger Delta, a lot of people look at the NDDC for salvation. Maybe then again, like a caller said, we should be looking at the governors and not put all the pressure on the NDDC.
Yes. You know what? NDDC is to the Niger Delta people what local government administration is to the rural people.
All right.
It will take you time. See, NDDC, Niger Delta region is a semi-country. It's a semi-Nigeria.
All right.
So we see NDDC, to tell you why the interest is so high, we see NDDC as the place you can always run to. You can't run to Abuja.
But you have the governors. That's
no,
what I'm saying.
coming. You have a governor. But you see, governor is a governor of a state.
All right.
This commission is set up to develop the place.
All right.
So that is why you see the interest in NDDC. Everybody from the Niger Delta today, even when they don't know the full meaning of NDDC, they just know that there's something called NDDC. That's where Niger Delta money is. So you must be able to show them or prove to them that actually give them that sense of belonging. Okay, imagine what one of the callers said, that even in Seme, a former managing director of the NDDC does not have road to his own village.
Should we put it under the hands and control of the 9 governors, the NDDC?
No, that will not in any way help us. The question is, if you want to do that, ask yourself now.
9 governors.
The 13% derivation that is going to the various states. What has the governors done with it? Like I said, our problem is, look, Canada, if we remove greed, appoint somebody that will be accountable. How do I mean? Please, see, don't make NDDC, make it a part-time thing.
All right.
Somebody can be working in Shell, for instance.
That's part of the recommendations.
Yeah, somebody can be a lecturer in the university and say, hey, after all, lecturers go from university to do sabbatical in NDDC. That is to tell you how bad it is.
All right.
What sabbatical? What are they doing in NDDC? But they tell you they are doing sabbatical in NDDC, taking millions. So make a lecturer a director or managing director of NDDC. You understand? We hold him accountable.
Right.
It's not that, oh, we have created a job for you. It's a part-time job.
Right.
So we don't make it in such a way that anybody, when you say I'm lawyer, and your name is sent, oh, you have become billionaire overnight.
All right.
No. Let us remove greed. Let us know that the whole essence of the establishment of NDDC is to develop our people.
All right then. Good afternoon, Canada and the guests. The question is, which landmark people-oriented project does NDDC embarked on in River State? I've answered that question now. You want me to answer again? But then you went ahead to say, then we act same of the old Niger Delta. We can't speak of NDDC without talking about our state governors. Yeah, I agree with you. Without the NDDC, isn't the Niger Delta supposed to be 13% infrastructurally better than the rest of Nigeria? Is the 13% derivation judicially spent? All right. I'm not aware that the PAMSEC of the Minister of Niger Delta is not from the Niger Delta, which means we are our own problem. Tax from Oyibo. All right. Thank you very much. I like the way you constructed that message. I'm going to take this call, and it's going to be the last one. 95.1 FM.
Hello, people.
What's your name?
Monday, calling from Monday.
All right, Monday calling me on Friday. Welcome.
Of course. You see, NDDC is the same NDDC, Niger Delta Development Commission.
Yeah? Are you reading it out? Go ahead.
No. I'm not reading it out.
Okay.
I want to let you know that it's not for the Niger Delta people. It's for the politician, the great politician, as your guest has already said.
Okay.
I'm from Akwa Ibom. But I can tell you, precisely. But I can tell you, in my village, no single project that is done with NDDC. No single one. So what the NDDC is just for the politician only, not for the masses. It's for the politician. Every politician. Somebody like Apadio, all of them are greedy. All of them are greedy. They should not even come and talk about NDDC for what.
Oh, sorry, we lost you there. Greedy politicians, he said. But we've got to go. But I'm going to read this message. Kalada, if the minister is tired and confused of what to do because of power from above, then he should step down peacefully or beg into busy with that one. So what's your final word, J.C. Williams?
Yes. My final word is simple. It's the son of Niger Delta, a one-time uncommon governor of a state. In fact, when Senator Kpabe was appointed Minister of Niger Delta, I was happy. I thought that the uncommon thing he allegedly did in Akwa Ibom, he was going to replicate that in the Niger Delta. But it's regrettable to say that my expectations are not met.
Right.
And let him, please, I'm appealing to him. I'm appealing to Senator Kpabe. Make a memo. Constitute the board of Niger Delta.
Right.
NDDC should not be a one-man show. It's not somebody's father's personal estate.
All right. I'm going to pause it there because time is already spent. But I'm going to say this. Maybe it's taken so long because the president likes to take his time. Remember, the first time, he took his time to form his own cabinet board. So let's give him time. But this one says, in what ways has NDDC been beneficial to the common Niger Delta person which did not carry gun or is a militant? Mike Pothankett is asking. And that's how we wrap things up. I am Canada, and I like to think of myself as a man of the people. And with me In the studio,
Multi-choice office, make I recharge my GoTV decoder. But plenty this weekend.
See this man, oh. No, Allah. Maybe they go. I just reason am now. Say I won't also recharge my own DSTV decoder. I no wan miss all the group for turn up Friday or Ambessa today. I believe that I fall for Mercy occasion on Sunday. All those my plenty we they go.
Correct, madam. Now if you say Oga go watch Arsenal versus Newcastle, Liverpool versus Southampton, plus the Baba match on Sunday, where be Chelsea versus Manchester United. Should be Oga no be Manchester United for sure.
Yeah, so this weekend, na correct jolly time for family. Recharge your DSTV and GoTV decoder now. Make una enjoy Brekete film, series, and ball wey go sweet on a belly. It's your moment. Love it.
Hello, madam. I been on verse. I want first branch enter Multi-choice office and make I recharge my GoTV decoder. But plenty this weekend.
See this man, oh. No, Allah. Maybe they go. I just reason am now. Say I won't also recharge my own DSTV decoder. I no wan miss all the group for turn up Friday or Ambessa today. I believe that I fall for Mercy occasion on Sunday. All those my plenty favorite show. Maybe they go.
Correct, madam. Now if you say Oga go watch Arsenal versus Newcastle, Liverpool versus Southampton, plus the Baba match on Sunday, where be Chelsea versus Manchester United. Should be Oga no be Manchester United for sure.
Yeah, so this weekend, na correct jolly time for family. Recharge your DSTV.
My name is Gianni Infantino, FIFA president. For the best of sports, always listen to Today Sports Live on Today95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Hello, my name is Kanu Wanko, aka Papilo. For the latest and trending sports stories, always listen to Today Sports Live on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt.
Hello, listeners. My name is Akarandu Nikodima Sorok, Kwa United striker. I want you to always listen to Today's Sport Live on 95.1 FM. Keep listening.
This is the champion section, and anything less than that get a hasty rejection. I point you in the direction where you can drink to the next one. I make my entrance, dribbling, bending, fast like an engine. Can't you see me trending? So anytime that you see me on the field, I'm defending my title, I'm rightfully legend. This ain't nothing abnormal. Should've known that I was a top scorer. You were for Champions League baller. Win, I be your guy.
Rotate, vuelta. Cigarette, suelta. Rotate, vuelta. Rotate, vuelta. Rotate, vuelta. Cigarette, suelta. Rotate, vuelta. De lejos se te ve que tú quieres más, No vamos a parar, dale ya, pegado la pared, dale bring it back, No vamos a parar. De lejos se te ve que tú quieres más, No vamos a parar, dale ya, pegado la pared, dale bring it back, No vamos a parar. ¿Para dónde vas? De tanto no te vas a acabar. La realidad que todo comienza con bailar. Rotate, vuelta. Rotate, vuelta.
Good afternoon and welcome to the fan special edition of Today Sports Live.
Rotate, vuelta.
Yes, the show is reaching you from Today 95.1 FM, your premium news, talk and sports radio station. I am Victor Oriahi, your favorite melanin sports presenter. And of course, I will be going through some of the most exciting football stories making the rounds. There's so much to talk about. We've got the CAF games, talking about Eyimba as well as Rivers United. We'll let you know as regards what Rivers United had to face. Rather Eyimba, what they are facing and the possibilities of that game eventually still being played. And also talking about the UEFA Europa League games played yesterday, as well as the UEFA Europa Conference League. And then we'll wrap up with the games to expect this weekend across Europe's major league. I always promises to be entertaining, it promises to be exciting, and we would love you to be a part of the conversation. But first, I'm not alone. Show.
Good afternoon to you, Victor. Good afternoon to you listening.
It's a pleasure to still be on the show this lovely afternoon. 365. It keeps going on, and the weekend is here. Really, a lot to expect. Chelsea, Manchester United. Ralph Ragnick, the new coach of Manchester United, interim or not. It's a whole lot, a bunch to go through. But great to be here, Victor. Good afternoon to you.
Well, definitely a bunch to go through. Not to forget the Tigers as well. They were beaten in their first game in the World Cup qualifiers.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about that as well. So it promises to be an exciting show. We had the CAF general meeting earlier today. So many resolutions, so many new things. We have the Super League now. CAF has endorsed the Super League. We'll talk about that just in bits. And of course, tomorrow and on Sunday on the show, we're going to extensively look at it at the marathon edition of Today's Sports Live. Well, to be a part of the conversation, all you need to do is send a message via text or WhatsApp to the number 0701 933 9962. I take that again, 0701 933 9962. We would open the phone lines later on so we could get to hear from you directly on the show. Let's begin from the D Tigers of Nigeria. Well, the D Tigers started the 2023 FIBA World Cup qualifier on a losing note after Cape Verde recorded a 79-71 victory over the former African champions. D Tigers, led by Ike Diogu, started the game on the right foot, leading the Cape Verde national team 20-18 in the first quarter before narrowly losing the second quarter by just 1 point, 16-15. Well, the 2015 African champions came back stronger in the third round with 3 points win 2017, only to slip and lose gallantly in the last round 28-16, giving away the opportunity to record a win in the opener. The team, which was assembled on Monday under Julius Nwosu, the man who is in interim charge, need to step up on their game when they face Mali on Tuesday in the second match of the 2023 FIBA World Cup qualifier. Wisdom, the D Tigers, they had a terrible showing at the Olympics and also backed it up with another terrible showing, woeful one, at the just concluded AfroBasket.
Yeah.
Now, we have the World Cup qualifiers, and yet again, the D Tigers seem to be disappointing, losing the very first game to Cape Verde, who 3 years back were nobodies in the game of basketball.
Well, reality check. The world of basketball is growing. Same with every other sport. And it's a reality check to sporting federations and, of course, to our sporting men and women. Basketball has got some level of challenges. I won't want to go into all those details now because of our time, but we know the challenges with the Nigerian Basketball Federation. Tijani Umar, Tijani Bangida, now Musa Kida, the issues surrounding the tussle of leadership. Even now, going beyond that, this is a country where we don't have functional leagues. The other countries in Africa, Rwanda, for example, beautiful country, they're taking it to the next level. We can't forget the BAL that was hosted right there. They're developing their own basketball. So you can't expect to walk slowly and expect the whole world to wait for you. They're definitely going to catch up with you at some point. And that's just the way modernization works. So it's exactly the same thing that is happening with our basketball team. So it's just reality check. We have issues all over the place going on within Nigeria. We don't have a functional league. We have a tournament where players are playing and they are hearing that league they are part of, we did not endorse it. Because of that, the FIBA International Federation of International Basketball would ban you guys probably. That tournament is unrecognized. Now you're making the players, in terms of efforts, it's low. In terms of input, it is exactly not at the same level with some of these other teams. Now, take it a notch higher. to the players we invite even from the other parts of the world, and we act most times like largely unserious people. So it would definitely show. We can't keep hiding or covering our darkness with some white cloth for a very long time. It would show. So I think that's the same thing. Maybe in a matter of months, we could put everything together. I heard the ministry the other day talking about that, but most times he sounds like he's with one camp, so it makes it even more difficult. I know it's not always about the camp thing, because we could always pinpoint, oh, this player shot 9 points, this player was having these issues, but look back at what the house is saying. I'm coming to play for Nigeria, and I'm looking on serious, because I just let me just carry my bag. After all, it's not Nigeria, you will not even get the full money. You'll probably be told that there's infighting, you have to defend your country and all that. So we are not getting it right off the court. We cannot always expect to get there, because the preparation is done outside. The competition is just a little part of it. The administration, everything that's going on with the federation needs to step up.
All right, Reliable Reliance is also in the studio. Reliance, I talked about how Cape Verde were relatively an unknown team in men's basketball prior to this moment, but we saw what they were able to do in the AfroBasket. They finished 4th in the AfroBasket. They lost to Senegal. They beat the likes of Uganda, who beat Nigeria, beat Rwanda, beat Cape Verde, beat DR Congo. DR Congo won them, and they beat Angola. Right now, they've won the D Tigers. Do you think the absence of the coach, talking about the man with the Golden State Warriors, Mike Brown, is perhaps one of the reasons why the D Tigers failed to deliver on the night?
Victor, that's the icing on the cake, which is Cape Verde were better than the Tigers of Nigeria at the recently concluded AfroBasket. Where did we finish? I think 12th. We crashed out.
We were 12th. They were 4th
during the rankings of the AfroBasket. So that's just about it for me. I tell you what, something is wrong with the Tigers. Let's start from the Olympics. We had 8 NBA players and a couple of players from some other leagues like the Spanish League and Israel and all of that. They put them together. Was the best bunch you've assembled since I started following Nigerian basketball. But we lose all the games. We went to the AfroBasket. There was no player in that team. We had to assemble a different set of players for the AfroBasket Championship. Mike Brown had to do that. The likes of Ike Diogu was invited. He declined. Some couple veterans of players who formerly played for the Tigers, they declined because they felt hard done by for neglecting them at the Olympics. So why do you want their services? So Mike Brown had to assemble a different set of players entirely to prosecute the AfroBasket Championship. Now, coming to these qualifiers, Ike Diogu returns to the team, former captain of the Tigers, Ben Uzo, part of the team. It's a relatively different set of players entirely. Maybe 1 or 2 that played at the AfroBasket. But you look at Ben Uzo was not the AfroBasket. Ike Diogu was not part of the AfroBasket. They make a return in this new, this relatively new team for the World Cup qualifiers. So how do you hope to continue? Like, how do you hope to churn out results like that? Clearly, you're going to have poor performances because you need time to put these players together. You need time to calm them. Basketball is not football. Even in football, you need team chemistry. So you need time to calm them. You need time to decide who is the leader on court, who's better off as a point guard, who's better off as a shooting guard, who's better off as the center of the team. So most of this stuff, you need to ascertain the quality of the players that you have to be able to win games and maybe defend well and drop points and all of that. Okay. So we are looking at 3 different sets of teams for the Tigers in 3 different competitions. Tell me how the result was going to come. So whether Mike Brown was there or Mike Brown wasn't, I don't think it would have had any significant effect because, see, truth be told, we are not seeing it now. But at the long run, it will clear us for Igo. They're like Super Falcons matter. Say other nations when they catch up with us and all of that. Because right now, you look at the Tigers, we are on a decline. Why? There's no level of consistency with the team, even the coach.
All right.
Mike Brown is doing secondments with the Tigers, isn't it? And you know what comes when you have a coach that is distracted somewhere.
Okay.
And trust me, the Golden State Warriors is more important to Mike Brown than the Nigerian national team. So if a surgery is not operated on the team of the D Tigers to have the consistency and set of players we have, just like what is obtainable from the Tigers, before we realize it, we'll be down the pecking order so serious. So no more expectations, unless otherwise, when Mike Brown returns, this set of players will be maintained. But trust me, the next FIBA window, there could be a possibility of having the likes of Jordan Wara back into the team. And you look at trying to rebuild the team chemistry entirely.
Okay, well, we'll leave basketball for now. The D Tigers not doing as we expect them to do. You know, falling our hands. That's just the truth. They were 12th in the AfroBasket at the end of the day. The worst performance by Nigeria in that competition, and we've started the FIBA 2023 World Cup qualifiers with a loss. Let's talk some football on the show, starting with Rivers United. Well, Rivers United and Al Masry will clash for the very first time at club level on Sunday in the Total Energies CAF Confederations Cup additional playoff round. First leg encounter that promises lots of firework. Sunday by 4 p.m. Of course, the Al Masry side already in Nigeria. They touched down in Abuja yesterday, and they had their first training today. This morning, they would be going to Aba tomorrow and train at the Aba International Stadium just some hours before the game. The media officer of the team, Charles Mayaku, had some thoughts to share as regards the game, saying that his side are ready and are gunning for victory.
Talking about preparation, yesterday we arrived and had a club-friendly game, and to fine-tune, strategies ahead of Sunday. We've been involved in some friendly pre-season tournaments. We had Ifeanyi Ekweme's Tipo Select tournament in Owerri. We were there. We also had grade A friendly matches. We played against Eimba. We had against Abia Warriors 2 legs. So in terms of preparation, it would have come better if the league had started before now, but we're happy that we also know the commencement date for the 2021-2022 Nigerian Professional Football League. So in terms of preparation, the words of our very experienced technical manager in the person of Coach Stanley Eguma sums it up. We are ready after playing the number of matches we have played towards this game. We are ready to go. We are ready to represent Nigeria come Sunday here in Aba.
Live music. Rugged man with the thunderstorm.
Flash baby.
Well, that was the media officer of Rivers United, Charles Mayaku, speaking. Well, it's not the reverse is the case for the People's Elephants, as Eimba in risk of just missing the CAF Confederations Cup playoff. We're still trying to get confirmation as regards if the team have been able to get into Tunisia, as they are stranded in Casablanca at the time of they were stranded in Casablanca, Morocco, as a result of COVID-19 vaccination requirements. Well, Eimba were drawn to face Al Ittihad on Sunday, with the first leg scheduled for the home of the Libyan side. Now, as a result of the issues in Libya, it wasn't really clear, as Eimba claimed that neither CAF nor their opponents provided clear details of the match venue, despite numerous requests for clarity from the Nigerians. The Nigerian side therefore assumed the encounter will be played at the February Stadium in the Libyan city of Benghazi, where Al Ittihad played their continental ties, and made travel arrangements accordingly, including carrying out necessary COVID-19 PCR tests. However, a late directive from CAF listing Tunisia as the match venue upended their plans and left Eimba racing against time to make the necessary travel arrangements. We're going to be hearing from the media officer of the club, Zazi Bariza, who did give a lot of, painted the picture clearly as regards what the People's Elephants are currently going through. Well, he sent this one in the early hours of this morning. Let's hear from the media officer of Eyimba Football Club, Zazie Bariza.
It is a pretty difficult situation we find ourselves at the moment because as I speak with you, we are still at the Casablanca airport, unable to access Tunisia. That's because the immigration authorities in Tunisia require that we produce evidence of COVID vaccination before we can get into Tunisia. Unfortunately, we do not have that. We left Lagos since yesterday and have been at the Casablanca airport since yesterday morning, unable to even find somewhere to sleep in Casablanca because we cannot go into the city since we do not have entry visas into Morocco. We've been at the airports for long hours without food, without somewhere to rest, and that's been the situation. I've seen people try to blame the club and that the club did not take necessary actions to avert this situation, but that's not entirely true because when these draws were done in late October, the club began to write to CAF and to Al Ittihad to know the venue of this match. But we didn't get responses from neither Al Ittihad nor CAF. And as a result, we had to make arrangements for Libyan visas because Al Ittihad played their last match, that's the last CAF match in Libya. After obtaining Libyan visas, it was only a few days ago that we got the match form containing the names of the referee and saw that that game would be played in Tunisia. So that didn't give us enough time to begin to make arrange for vaccination for our players because let's not forget people react to these vaccinations and you cannot vaccinate a player and expect him to play maybe 1 week later. He may still be reacting to it at that time. So we were expecting to get a waiver. We've made all efforts, contacted the Tunisian authorities to get a waiver. The Nigerian embassy in Tunisia has made attempts as well, but that's looking very difficult. And as I speak, we are still at the Casablanca airport.
Well, that was Zazie Bariza, the media officer of the People's Elephants Eyimba Football Club. Reliance. Let's start with Eyimba. Now, this team arrived Casablanca 9:30 a.m. yesterday, and they've been there since 9:30 a.m. They were not allowed to go into the city, so they couldn't even book a hotel or anything. They've been at the airport, stranded, hungry, just like the media officer stated. Now, the only option that they were given, if they would be presenting their COVID-19 test results, is a 7-day quarantine period. But the tie is 2 days away. So that option, completely unrealistic. What do you make of this situation that Eyimba currently finds themselves in?
I try to start from the root. The root at this point will be CAF. I have a copy of the letter written by Eyimba to CAF, dated 26. This is the
today.
Aftermath of the whole situation, and a paragraph said that Eyimba were drawn against Al Ittihad on the October 26. They swung into action immediately and wrote series of letters to both CAF and Al Ittihad requesting the venue of the match. Unfortunately, none of the letters were responded to. That's where the problem started. Poor organization. I mean, going by the evidence available to me, because CAF ultimately, or apparently, CAF have not responded to Eyimba. I'm sure the letter would have been made available as well. And it clearly stated here that neither CAF nor Al Ittihad responded to the letter written to them from Eyimba to confirm the venue of the match, which country will be played. So they had to make do with Libyan visas. That's where the problem started from, Victor. CAF failed to produce necessary information. I don't know how they do this stuff because if there is any need to reschedule, for instance, we are playing in Eyimba, you're sure that you're going to play in Nigeria at the Eyimba International Stadium, unless the stadium was not approved by CAF. For instance, at the Keme Simaka Stadium was not approved for Rivers United, so they had to take their matches to Eyimba. The information was provided on time. That helped Rivers United to make arrangements for alternative, which at this point becomes the Enyimba International Stadium. If similar information in a similar situation was provided to Enyimba, I'm sure they would have made a preparation regarding their travel, knowing that they are traveling to Tunisia, not Libya or Morocco, and that would have aided them to have their COVID-19 vaccination report or test results with them while traveling. So that's where this problem started from. CAF should have done better in this situation. They should have added the problem. I don't know why we keep finding ourselves in a situation like this. I think CAF as a body needs to step up in terms of organization. But here is another thing, Victor. There's a way I look at things from two sides. For instance, if I'm traveling to a different country, a different terrain, provided I'm in Nigeria, I know that we don't have stringent rules regarding COVID. I've had my COVID-19 vaccination. I've had the vaccination twice, complete dose. If for any reason I have to leave Nigeria to another country, I don't need to be told to go along with my COVID-19 vaccination test report. All right, that's to show that okay, I've been vaccinated. I just don't need to be told, because we are living in a time that is not so normal. A time that we have a new order. The new order mean if you come off from Nigeria, enter Niger, bros. COVID-19 situation is Niger is different from what is happening in Nigeria. So the only pass that you could, whether they ask you or not, that you might provide is the vaccination results or the test results, as the case may be, or in the case where one of them is required. You just have to carry it along to prevent an issue of this nature, because I want to believe that if they had their COVID-19 vaccination report or test result,
now
all of this wouldn't have been a problem.
They say that they have their COVID-19 test results, prove that they all tested negative, because before you can even go to the game, you need to have your COVID-19
so
test.
Why are they denying them entrance?
The entrance is vaccination. That is what they need to get into the city.
So
it's not the
vaccination.
test, it's the vaccination that is the problem.
I get. At that point, there's
and from what he said you can't take the vaccine, because if you take the vaccine a week, they got to realize this, but they know that some people react to the vaccines. So if you take the vaccine,
you can't. If you're having a match on Sunday, you can't basically take vaccine today.
Exactly.
The only thing you can do is run the test. All right, you can run tests,
which they did, and they had shown to the guys right there. But
you understand?
They're adamant.
You understand? I would have said that this is one of those antics we see in African football. But why I have been careful not to say that is because CAF is involved. They say they wrote to CAF, who organized a tournament. Now, if for any reason the stadium in where Libya was not going to be used, then CAF should have notified the opponent that, see, this match is not going to be played,
and notified them early
enough to make preparations. So probably Altia themselves might also seize the advantage. Okay, make we just make we follow the normal African antics now. But the root of the problem at this one is CAF. CAF should have done better in organization. I don't know when, but I'm hopeful that one day will get there where things like this will be mitigated. But at the moment, it's just poor organization from CAF, because if Enyimba wrote to CAF, immediately they were notified on the 26th of October. That's about a month from now.
Okay.
Then it's only imperative that CAF should reply.
Okay. All right. Wisdom. At the end of the day, what do you think would be the end of this? Would we see that game on Sunday, or you think it might be postponed, or anybody might just have to let go of that one?
Well, it's a possibility that they would not actually be part of that game, and what would happen? The 3 points might be awarded and 3 goals to the team.
That would be unfair.
Because of course,
if CAF tries that,
it's not the team's problem exactly. It's not the team that is stopping them from coming in. It's the government.
In fact, they are in Morocco. They are going to Tunisia.
Exactly. So it has no business with the club, and of course, even if it's government. So, but the only way this can be sorted is that CAF would have to step in. Are there proofs in Nigeria? Because it's vaccination now, like you said, Victor. Probably they are tested. I want to believe they are tested.
They are tested.
They should be tested.
Are they vaccinated, first and second dose? I don't know. because you would have to show us. I mean, these things it's not rocket science. Can send soft copies. Ordinary to travel out of the country, which is where I'll probably need to speak to Zazi myself to ask. To travel outside the country now, you need to be vaccinated.
Not
all
places,
countries, though, but you need to be vaccinated. So are there rules like that governing Morocco? Did they not find out before going?
Now that's the thing,
So
because
if-
they did this. This is where it all gets tricky, because they found out. I think a week ago that it was going to be Morocco. They had earlier gotten Libyan visas because they initially thought it was Libya, but after finding out, from what Zazi said, they wrote to the government asking for a waiver, and also to CAF, because at that point in time it would be somehow
Was
for
the- was
1
the wa-
week earlier
was the waiver
for a
granted?
player it wasn't
To be
granted.
to be vaccinated.
And be vaccinated, knowing fully well that it
Some
might
of them could
affect
react.
him.
Yeah.
And he was not granted. So I really think it's a dicey situation. The only way this could happen, if there's another way to travel out, maybe from there, get back into the plane, go back to wherever you're coming from, and still find a reroute to get there. But look at the time.
Yeah.
And so I really think it's dicey. But CAF would have to step in. The game could be postponed, possibly, while they go back to Nigeria and properly get vaccinated with their
Or they
certificate.
go there
That's the
and
only
they get
link.
a 7 days quarantine period, which is the second option.
I'm on high expenses,
Exactly.
so-
So they could get
Expenses
that.
they didn't plan for.
It really, no, I mean it's what it boils down to. If you probably don't get things right at the beginning, sometimes you have to pay some level of higher price at the long run. So it is on them. I think CAF might step in. The game, like I said, could be postponed, since it's not exactly a thing that is an obvious fault of Enyimba. If you look at the way things have panned out, but I really just feel it would be unfair to hand 3 points and 3 goals, like Lance mentioned, to Al Ittihad. But then again, it's not their fault. They're in Tunisia. But I think at the end of the day, CAF would step in. And the game might be
I'm having a
postponed.
feeling that Altia had known, say this match, they not go play for their country. They had received a letter from Enyimba.
Well,
they know on
and
top.
why did they not reply?
They know on top.
Okay.
I don't blame them, because like I said, they feel want to take advantage. You know how African football is.
Yeah, we do.
In
We
the
do
end,
know.
okay, let's say one way or the other, they grant them entrance and all of that. You know, go know how many Enyimba players go test positive to whatever. We know how it is, how we do it here. A peculiar situation, which is very unfortunate. But CAF, if later don't reach you, what? Like, I practically don't understand.
Well, we'll see how it ends for Eyimba. Hopefully they're able to, but even if they make it nice, strenuous,
It's already strenuous.
Well, hopefully they make it and they get to play that game on Sunday, or CAF steps in and we see what the aftermath of this would be. But for Rivers United against Al Masry, Rivers United are already at Aba for that one. Al Masry already in Nigeria. Wisdom, let me come to you. Who wins this one?
Well, a draw.
draw?
Yeah, a draw.
Okay, Reliance. You felt you were about to laugh.
My guy shocked me. My guy shocked me.
You think the fact that Rivers United are not playing at the Adoki Amesimaka Stadium might affect them in any way?
For what is words, and for being objectively honest, anybody international stadium gave better pitch, but at the Amesimaka.
No, but there's something about when they play for your house.
Well, that's the truth. But the question again is, how many fans do you always have at the Amesimaka each time Rivers United play any match? So the 12th man is not something that Rivers United are very, very used to. I've seen several of Rivers United matches here in Port Harcourt. Fans in Port Harcourt don't know how to stand up in their numbers to support Rivers United. If you go to Akwa Ibom, it's even a better showing at Akwa Ibom for Akwa United. If you go to Kano, not even talking 18, for Kano Pillars. So maybe understanding the dimension of the field would be what will be missing for Rivers United, but I think they have a better pitch there. They should be able to keep football there.
And you will not expect the 12th man exactly like
in
it
Aba
for Enyimba.
You understand?
It's Rivers United, but then again, the Aba fans are football lovers. They would always show up, but not
So,
exactly.
It can't be. I mean, Enyimba is a tradition.
It could be something close to what we normally see here at this stadium.
Enyimba is an institution.
Okay.
But that said, Victor, Rivers United shoe. If you know a bit Al Masry here, where they're from, China, Egypt. It's all right. They have to win the match tomorrow. I am on Sunday. They have to win the match.
Well, Victor, to add quickly, we were at the stadium, I think me and Reliance, the last time Rivers United played. Yes, so if you saw that game and the way they played, sincerely, it did not inspire any level of confidence. I must say it because that's the easier ways of making predictions and, of course, calculations. So let's see how it goes. But what I saw is our mastery. I know it's a lower part of the competition. It's no longer the Champions League, as the case may be. But then again, it's our mastery of Egypt. And when we hear Egypt always in club football, there's this sort of tension that gets into. Even pyramids that started the other day sends fear and chills down our spines. So let's see how it really goes. But it would be it wouldn't be too much of a surprise if Rivers United get a slim win. But then again, I think if I'm to pick, I'll be going for a draw. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go to the phone lines to hear from you. We will have to keep it short and please keep it simple. You can talk about the Tigers of Nigeria who lost their first game in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers to Cape Verde, as well as the issues surrounding Eyimba and who wins the tie between Rivers United and Al Masry. 0817 00 951 and 0810 9510 951. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to everybody in the studio.
Welcome, Louise. Go on, please.
Yes, thank you, Louise. I think let me start from Eyimba. I think that they're going through hard time there because a friend of mine just called me from the airport and he told me that I've been eating biscuits and water for many days now, this morning. It's very frustrating. And this thing is wickedness. If these guys now even get the match venue, and this is the problem now, they want to frustrate them. And keep them in the airport and play match on Sunday. Now, this other team that visited Rivers United, you see, no complaint. They just stroll into Nigeria freely like babies, relax and travel and play. You see, no stress. Now, you want to pursue the Yimba and now give them access to the stadium on Sunday morning. They now play match in the evening. You see, and that's not unfair. It's not unfair. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Louise from Rupaku. Well, it's so true. They've actually been feeding on just snacks because they can't even get into the city to get a proper meal.
Cameroon, right?
Yeah, no, not Casablanca. You know, to get a proper meal to eat. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon to you all.
Stella West, welcome.
Yes, good afternoon. There is what we call.
Stella West, could you please speak up? We're finding it difficult to hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
All right, way better.
I said in administrative procedure, that's what we call a reminder. When you put up a memo and you didn't get a response, you put a reminder immediately. And sometimes that your reminder, you can even escalate it for people to know what you are going through. He did not place a reminder. You've written quite well, you wrote, and he didn't get clearance. He kept quiet. You see, we should learn how to do things well. You know, I don't know what's wrong with Nigerians. We behave like people who have not gone to school. Honestly.
So, not to cut you in, but from the letter presented to us from Enyimba, they said they've written series of letters. So that means it's not just one letter. They've written a letter to Al-Ittihad, written a letter to CAF. So there's a possibility that there must have been a follow-up. Quoting the letter directly, said we swung into action immediately and wrote series of letters to both CAF and Al-Ittihad requesting the venue of the match. So there's a possibility of a follow-up.
When you put up such memo and there's what we call escalation in administrative procedure.
All right.
If you wrote to somebody, he didn't reply, he give a reminder, you escalate it. People will know, see the trouble where they pass. Like
involve the media.
You know, you are there to inform us.
All right.
So that we know the problem they are facing. Even CAF. I don't know what our NFF chairman is doing there. He's a FIFA this thing, but he allowed the technical department of CAF to be suffering Nigeria sometimes.
All right.
Very wrong.
Thank you.
For Rivers United, between Obina, we are going to win our match.
Tell him.
Okay.
No, I do wish you guys all the best.
Thank you so much, Stella West.
Representing Nigeria.
The pride of Rivers.
Thank you, Stella West. Let's take some more calls. 0817 00 951 and 0810-9510-951. Hello, good afternoon.
Victor, greetings to the house.
Eto, welcome.
Thank you. Reliance, I greet you.
Greetings to you, brother.
You're welcome.
If Enyimba have written it a letter to the CAF and CAF did not answer, so what would they call this one?
If you ask me, my brother.
Who we go ask?
No, I need to ask you because you do like on the...
We don't know. We don't get answer to this question.
Maybe they're supposed to write FIFA.
Yes, because it's just because if I thought you have written a letter to the CAF and CAF did not answer them, at the end of it they went there and the situation got like this. Okay, now we serve God first, so we know the feed do the back. I mean, now we serve God therefore now we serve God.
We are good people, my brother. We are good people in Nigeria.
They're gonna do us, you know the feed do them. They're gonna turn a blind eye. They're gonna do all different things. Now we serve God first. Look at the way they land for Nigeria. You never hear one Naira excuse.
Yeah, I mean, some of them have been in Nigeria since on Monday.
Okay, they've been in Nigeria since on Monday. We never
First batch came on Monday, second batch came yesterday.
Does it mean that we have no tricks over them or to do every time?
We are good people, my brother. We are good people.
I feel your pain, eh? Thank you so much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good people, great nation.
Good afternoon.
What's your name?
Dotun calling from Roomaking.
Welcome, Dotun.
I think all of us are blaming club. That he said Africa, this small Africa Cup of Nations, this small thing. Is it not happening now?
How does it relate? How does it relate?
How does that relate?
My brother, okay, see what the last caller just said just now.
Okay.
We have a trick that we can use over them. The people that came in to come and play, what is it called? Rivers United. We have a trick that we can use. Are they vaccinated? Are they all vaccinated? We have one or two loopholes against them. But because of our shallow mentality in Africa, that we cannot even, let's just play our game straight. Then we are now talking
how is that? If you decide to play your game straight, how is that a shallow mentality?
It's shallow mentality. It's sportsmanship. Okay, let's go to the let's take some messages. NS from Moji says that team that did that to him, but when they come to Nigeria, we should take them to Kano or Katsina to play. What are you trying to say about
Enyimba Stadium?
I don't understand. This message says, good afternoon, Victor, wisdom and reliable. I'm yet to understand why CAF treats Nigeria the way they do. And again, I blame Enyimba management for these issues. African nations are backward and it's a pity. And this message from Pastor David says, who punishes CAF when they go contrary?
Court of arbitration for sports.
Yes. Prince from Iba says, good evening, sports gang. It's afternoon, actually. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. I wonder how a so-called confederation will shuffle a match without giving the venue. It is annoying and frustrating. All these vaccinations should be taken care by CAF. They should set aside rules that would govern CAF competition. This is so annoying. All right. I mean, we get how frustrating it is, and you don't want to imagine how it is for the Enyimba players right there in Casablanca, Morocco. The phone lines again. 0817 00 00 951 and 0810 9510 951. Hello. So sorry we lost connection with you, but keep the calls coming in. Good afternoon. Welcome to today's Sports Live.
Thank you very much.
Jerry from Alu. Keep it short and simple.
Thank you. You see, Reliance said yes. Be vaccinated. If the Lions have been vaccinated, what of these Enyimba boys that expect themselves to go abroad to play? They supposed to have been fully vaccinated.
No, vaccination is a choice at the end of the day.
No, there's not choice in it. If you want to go abroad to other countries,
no,
you don't have any choice.
I think for CAF competition, I think it's a bit mandatory.
It's a bit mandatory. So it's not a choice, please. Secondly, you see what Enyimba is starting to. It is not as worse as what the opponents of Today United will pass through. When they pass through that road from here to Aba, what they will experience is worse than what Enyimba are passing through. So we have.
It's not true. It's not true, Jerry.
Yes, we know the.
He never reached that level. He never reached where they chop biscuit and water.
No,
For every
but Reliance, that road there. If you pass that road and you're pregnant, God help you if you come out with your baby alive.
But Victor, let me quickly say this about Jerry talking about why Enyimba players refuse to be vaccinated. It's not like they don't want to be vaccinated. They should have been vaccinated probably early enough or something. I mean, from my understanding of the whole situation, you can't vaccinate them maybe just like maybe 2 or 3 hours, 2 or 3 days before the match. I'm thinking if there's a possibility of having reaction, then how do the team manage it? I think that's where.
And already they travel with a depleted squad.
So I think that's where the management or Enyimba decides to be careful, not to take the vaccine at that point, because now you're there, you are mandated to be vaccinated. It's just about 48 hours before the match. You're vaccinated and it reacts on a player. It becomes a problem for them to manage the squad.
Like I said, Victor Mbama, Cyril Olisema, Daniel Dakwa, Imo Obot, Stephen Manyo, and Christian Ekong did not follow them to travel. They're all out due to one issue or the other, injuries and some others.
Well, Victor, if I'm also to add, I know this might sound like playing the devil's advocate, but you guys go for international tournaments. Vaccination is a thing that is everywhere, and it's free. Reliance, from last time I checked, it's free. So it's not like it will cost the club an arm and a leg. I heard there's a particular governor who said if you're not vaccinated, you show me your vaccination certificate before you enter my chambers or something. So I really think it's something they would have tried to prepare for. I know it sounds absurd, but you're an international team. Vaccination is something going on everywhere. You guys get to travel at times. So you're on the continent. Should we start looking at countries that only ask for vaccination before we take the vaccine? I really think it's not something difficult. They could have actually, at least, you could have even said, okay, we've gotten the first dose. This is the certificate of the first dose. Maybe we'll come with the second dose or something like that.
No, there's not this having a hard feeling on yourself, wisdom on your thoughts. It's something that Enyimba could decide to compromise. You understand? It's something they could decide to compromise because, I mean, we have, like I said before, the COVID-19 situation is different in each country. In some countries, per city, it differs. There's some cities that could allow you, and there are some cities that might not allow you. So it's a compromise that Enyimba might also decide to take it. Unless they know that they have strong grounds against CAF and maybe altogether at this point, then they will stick by their decision.
Okay, well, we go to the UEFA Europa League. Just running through some of the results of games played yesterday in the Europa League. Lyon beat Brøndby 3-1. Rangers were 20 winners for Sparta Prague. Monaco beat Real Sociedad 2-1, while PSV Eindhoven and Storm Graz ended 2-0 in favor of PSV Eindhoven. Leicester City were 3-1 winners over Legia Warsaw, and Eintracht Frankfurt and Royal Antwerp played out a 2-2 draw. Olympiacos beat Fenerbahce 1-0. Galatasaray and Marseille ended 4-2. Lokomotiv Moscow lost to Lazio 3-0 in favor of Lazio. FC Midtjylland beat SC Braga 3-2. Red Star Belgrade won. Ludogorets Razgrad 0. Bayern Leverkusen and Celtic ended 3-2 in favor of the German side Bayern. Real Betis beat Ferencváros 2-0. And Dynamo Zagreb and Genk put out a 1-0 draw, while West Ham United were 2-0 winners over Rapid Vienna. In the UEFA Europa Conference League, a shocker right there, as Tottenham Hotspur were beaten with the last kick of the game.
A magical Mora night! Hideous, horrible for Tottenham Hotspur. The broadest Slovenian smile you would ever have seen. Do not begrudge them this unfettered joy, for they have never seen anything like it. With the last kick of the match, they have beaten Glory, Glory Tottenham Hotspur.
Well, it was Mura who beat Tottenham 2-1 with the last kick of the match. Roma were 4-0 winners over Zoria. And I think those are like the main things we look at in the UEFA Europa Conference League, because we don't even want to talk about that league, but that's all we look at. But let me come to your Reliance. Tottenham Hotspur Antonio Conte say, say, work day this Tottenham team. I found this press conference really hilarious. Time would have failed us to actually play that one, talking about how he now knows the work he's in for with Tottenham as they lost yesterday. But then a wrap up of all the games and the ones who you found particularly interesting.
Anyways, for Tottenham Hotspur, I think it's going to be surprising because of the quality of the opponent in which they played. I could recall that Mourinho suffered the same fate at some point, although it wasn't like described for Tottenham Hotspur. Beaten, I think, how many goals by one?
No, 4-0 or something.
One unfancied team, in the Conference League. So basically, there's work to be done in Tottenham Hotspur. I don't know why Antonio Conte. Anyways, I know why he's just realizing it, because he started off on the front foot, had to come from a goal down to beat which team did they play? I'm trying to recall, and then it was like, okay, rosy time for Tottenham Hotspur, the expectations, but you and I know that there's a lot of work in that team. There's defense to be bolstered. There's midfield to find a creator. Harry Kane has been doing the creativity alongside Son Heung-min, so he limits how much he goes out, because he drop dips a lot these days, since the absence of Christian Eriksen and all of that. So there's work to be done in that Tottenham Hotspur team. He said he's not thinking about January just yet, Antonio Conte, that he wants to work. We want to ascertain the quality and the level of the strength of players at his disposal before thinking about additions and all of that. No way to add and all of that. And Paratisi once said that there are no guarantees of him being given money to sign in January and all of that, but that's Tottenham Hotspur for you. So basically, work to be done. Roma, I didn't expect Mourinho to suffer the same fate he suffered the last time out. So just go there, get the win. Leicester City did what we expected them to do, which is to defeat Liga Warsaw. Then there was also a win for Monaco.
On
the score sheet, yeah, that should be added as well. So there's also a win for Monaco, Real Sociedad. Real Sociedad, maybe that could be surprising, because Real Sociedad more like has had maybe in the past established themselves in the Europa League to some certain extent, but it is what it is. In summary, I'm going to take all these competitions serious at the semi-finals, especially. In fact, I'm going to take Conference League serious at the final. But the Europa League at the semi-final, I take them serious. At the moment, I just have, if I don't really have anything so please
do Barcelona join the Europa League.
When? When they lose to Bayern,
they will join. Next,
if they lose,
but they go lose now. I don't understand.
So
and Dynamo Kiev beats Benfica or draws Benfica.
As a good Nigerian, as a good football lover who really wants the best for football. I think it
and the best for the competition.
It would be nice for Barcelona
for the competition.
No hard feelings, Barcelona. No hard feelings. But so you would have. We now have the conference. Let's leave the conference.
At least we can now watch Europa League.
But if Barcelona gets to the Europa League,
Dortmund,
and the history of you win Europa League this year, you're coming
next
back to win
the Champions League.
I think it would
that's
really
what Chelsea did at some point.
Chelsea did. Atletico also tried.
When Manchester United played at the Europa League last time,
it would be a very
we followed the Europa League because Man U was there. So if Barca there,
and it's a trend now, Victor. By the way, at least one or two big teams, very big teams that don't expect themselves to be there will join that
it's time for Barca. Ralph Rangnick close to finalizing that deal to become Manchester United interim manager. 63 years old, the man who I feel understands football through and through, and still close, not yet announced. He might be taking charge of the club till the end of the season. But he would not be on the sidelines when Chelsea face Manchester United this weekend. That is on Sunday. That's Super Sunday clash. Arsenal against Newcastle, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Liverpool against Southampton, Norwich City versus Wolves, Brighton versus Leeds United, Brentford up against Everton, Burnley, Tottenham, Leicester City, Watford, Man City, West Ham, and as we said, Chelsea against Manchester United. In the Spanish La Liga, Villarreal would face Barcelona, Cadiz versus Atletico Madrid, and Real Madrid would take on Sevilla. In the Italian Serie A, we got Juventus, Atalanta, Venezia against Inter Milan, AC Milan versus Sassuolo, AS Roma against Torino, and Napoli versus Lazio. And in the German Bundesliga, some key fixtures as Wolfsburg against Dortmund, Bayern Munich against Arminia Bielefeld, and RB Leipzig facing Bayern Leverkusen. While in the French Ligue 1, Lille against Nantes, Saint-Etienne versus Paris Saint-Germain, Monaco versus Strasbourg, Montpellier versus Lyon, and Marseille will take on Troyes. Let's go back to the phone lines. 0817 00 00 951 and 0810 9510 951. Oh, so sorry, we lost that call, but keep the calls coming in. Let's take some messages just before we go back to the phone lines. Well, this one says, good afternoon to you all. With this now, I won't blame Liverpool coach for calling AFCON little. CAF needs to improve. I really don't get the link. Spurs losing their match was a surprise to me. Conte has a lot of work to do. As for Leicester City, good win for them. I see them topping the table. All right, thank you so much, Skillful Pero, sending that one from Eche. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Welcome. What's your name?
My name is James from Lumudara.
All right. Well, keep it short and simple, please.
People with a Mokos back, Barcelona will go. We can play in Europe.
You'll play Champions League.
Oh, 25.
All right.
Amen.
Thank you so much. Hello.
Victor to cover.
Welcome back, Keto.
Victor, there is no two ways about.
Hello.
Anybody can do. Barcelona must go to Europa. They can't escape this. They must go. As for Chelsea Manchester United game, that one is done and dusted game. That one is 3-4-0 game. Anybody that play white paper should go and put it 3-0. And you cash out. If you don't cash out, I will pay the person.
Yeah, bros. We hear you.
Bros.
Hey, my man.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Victor, I greet you. The Lion and Superman.
I greet you.
Apostle
of Love. Welcome.
Thank you. You see, it's unfortunate that Amaju Pinnick is not representing us well. You can't tell me you have a club playing for Nigeria in the continent, and these things are happening. Anybody wrote letter upon letter and no reply, and you are in CAF. You are not doing anything about it, and our players are stranded. The network are not doing it. It's not an impact matter. It is an NFF matter. Right. It stands now. Anybody is representing Nigeria. So it's unfortunate we don't have good management set up in this nation. Anyway, let's believe CAF will not do anything funny in that match because we will not accept it.
Let's see how it goes. Thank you so much, Apostle of Love. This message says, good afternoon, please. Who won the CAF Women's Champions League? That was Mamelodi Sundowns. And as from what you says, when the team comes to Nigeria, we should carry them to that Aba road, then East-West road, to faraway Kano. We should turn them around our beautiful road. So as revenge, enough is enough of these North Africans. This message is coming from Indico. It says that they have made River State heaven on earth, yet no stadium for River State to play CAF matches. God will surely us someday. Okay, deliver us someday. This message says they're supposed to have been vaccinated long time ago. It's a must. No excuse of any sort. That is Jerry from Alu. And this message says Barcelona will never play in the Europa. I'm warning you people again. Stop praying bad prayer for us. Joshua, it's not a bad prayer. And Prince from Iba says that at the end of the match on Sunday, the sky will remain blue. Up Chelsea. And one last message. This message is Prince as well from Osoba. It says, please, who is taking the interim position? We guess it's going to be Ralph Ragnick. One more call for the road. Hello, you are last caller on the show.
I call back his king from Rumudara. Tell Eto that no matter the fatness of tilapia and his strength, he cannot outpower that of shark.
Hey!
I wait on Sunday to see Chelsea and Manchester United. If Chelsea beat Man U, let him send me your account number. I'll give him 10,000 naira. I bet him.
What is your name?
We lost.
Please, don't give him that 10,000. Bring it, let us do giveaway. Because he has money. Eto is a rich man. Bring it, let's do giveaway.
Well, join us for the marathon edition of the show. We'll be here from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow and on Sunday. Big thanks to Reliable Reliance, Wisdom Obina, and of course to you for being with us. I remain Victor Oriahi, your favorite Melanin Sports presenter.
Cigarette, suelta, rotate, vuelta, rotate, vuelta, rotate, vuelta, cigarette, suelta,
People the best, but oh well, make you celebrate yourself. Then no, they yeah, need bad Timothy, she said.
Vuelta, rotate, vuelta, cigarette, suelta, rotate, vuelta, rotate.
95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News update.
Here is the news update at 4 on Today 95.1 FM. I am Kala Kurubatubo. The Federal High Court Abuja has prescribed bandit groups as terrorists. In a ruling delivered by Justice Taiwo on Friday, the court specifically held that activities of Yan Bindiga and Yan Tada bandit groups constitute acts of terrorism. The ruling followed an ex parte motion by the federal government filed through the Federal Ministry of Justice. Justice Taiwo further ordered the FG to publish the prescription order in the official gazette as well as in 2 national dailies. The federal government had, in an affidavit it filed in support of the motion, told the court that the intelligence reports affirmed that bandit groups masterminded several killings, abductions, rapes, kidnappings, and related acts of criminality in the northeast, north central, and other parts of the country. About 10 persons, including children, have been killed while others sustained injuries in an attack in Teagba village of Mayango district in Bassa local government area of Plateau State. Suspected herdsmen were said to have invaded the community in the early hours of Friday, setting houses ablaze, maiming and killing residents in the process of the attack. The National Publicity Secretary of Irigwe defend the spread of coronavirus. Good evening, I am Kalada Korubatubo. Stay tuned to Today 95.1 FM.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
The Bonge Company for property business. Odibola. Now we be
looking to invest in real estate or tired of the complaints and frustration that comes with property acquisition, or you need a reliable company to handle your construction projects? Then Odibola Properties is your sure bet that helps you buy, sell, and develop properties in any parts of Nigeria. You can visit our corporate office at Odibola House, Iyaweli Inserim Layout, Tombia Extension, GRA Phase 3, Port Harcourt, Rivers State, or at Plot 6, Aliyu Animation Avenue, Lekki Phase 1, Lagos State. Visit our website odibolaproperties.com. Call Eze on 0808-591-2630. Lisa on 0706-264-1169. Amarachi on 0813-348-7968. At Odibola Properties, you can do business with us and go to business. Odibola, now we be Baba.
It all begins with breaking news.
Now, make no mistake, this is a difficult mission, and it will remain difficult for some time.
Then it keeps trending. Events, issues, personalities, all struggling to gain attention. But in the race for deadlines, the intrigues, power play, undercurrents are often missed or underreported.
Insecurity here is basically a product of poverty.
But not anymore. As the platform on radio steps in to fill the missing links on events, issues, and personalities in the news.
I'm not afraid of anybody. Yeah!
The platform on radio serves only the hottest topics and trending issues. Only on Today 95.1 FM.
95.1 FM.
Port Harcourt every weekday at 4 p.m. Get on the platform on radio and be served.
All stand, greet.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
You're welcome to Jagbajantis High School. My name is Sound Sultan, your new mathematics teacher. By the way, do you understand Pidgin English?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now what we go use this for? Okay, carry your pen. Carry your paper. Hey, them for my class. People of this world, them plenty. Sins of this people, many, so many. Many times plenty, multiplier. Many times plenty, multiplier. Multiplier. The answer you get now waiting, they make poor man they cry. The answer you get now waiting, they make rich man they mess and leaders they lie. The answer you get now waiting, they make young boys and girls join party gang. Answer you get now waiting, they make innocent man rot inside the jail. Get it. And then agree to grant and bail. Get it. Oh. Everybody, oh yeah, join Jamba-Jantis. Make we solve mathematics. We did our continent. So, oh, you both say, about mass, we go use.
A concerned son of the land who is pained by what has been going on and what they have been trying to do over the injustice by the leadership of but he, Shokwolo, had since deviated to first his net and that of his surrogates on the common patrimony of the dying Ogoni people. It will interest you to know that since his appointment in an acting capacity, rather than focus on what will bring solution to the myriad of problems confronting Ogoni people, Professor Philip Shokwolo only devoted his stay in High Prep to bribe people to support his confirmation as the High Prep Substantive Project Coordinator. We call on President Muhammadu Buhari to remove Professor Philip Shokwolo as the Project Coordinator of High Prep and replace him with a qualified Ogoni son.
The voice you just heard is the voice of an Ogoni son. Let me put it that way so that we don't get confused. So many children of Ogoni. This voice is one of the children from Ogoni. They are actually not too happy with the reported or the planned appointment, reappointment, or appointment of the High Prep boss. There are rumors that he's going to be appointed substantively to head that particular agency, Professor Philip Shokwolo. And they are saying that it must be an Ogoni son or an Ogoni child that should head that particular organization. My name is Onyekachi. This is the platform on radio. This is Today 95.1 FM. The platform is a program where we'll talk about trending issues that have made headlines in our news bulletin in the last 24 hours. We'll bring you up to speed with all of those happenings, and we go deeper to get our reporters down in the studio to come astray matters that have happened around our communities, and we'll go deeper, much more deeper than the other programs. And that's why this is a platform. It is different from other programs on the station. On the menu today, we have Federal High Court proscribes bandits. Now they are to be known as terrorist group. That's according to the Federal High Court. Some Ogoni people kick against planned appointments of Professor Philip Shokwolo as a substantive High Prep coordinator for the Ogoni cleanup. Some Nigerians raise concerns over the future of locally manufactured goods in the country. These are the stories we'll be looking at today. Stay with us. We'll be back in a jiffy.
Rich man corner be VG City. VG City. You try at AJ and VG City. All together, oh yeah, all together. The answer you get now waiting, they make rich man oppress and then suppress. The answer you get now waiting, they make poor man depress, but then aggress. The answer you get now waiting, they make poor man they try to keep up with the Joneses. Answer you get now waiting, they make poor man begin, they try to prove a limit. Get it, never get money then they finish. Get it.
All right, so welcome back. This is a platform. Of course, we'll start from the home front. The Ogoni people have kicked against the continuous stay and plan appointment of Professor Philip Shokwolo as a substantive High Prep coordinator for the cleanup of Ogoni land. the Ogoni people in the protest held in Borikana local government area of Rivers State said they high prep. That was the insert you had earlier. We'll go for that and then play the second soundbite, which came from Solomon Digbara. He spoke at that particular protest and he warned that enough of the oppression of Ogoni is threatening that they will resist any attempt to appoint any other person other than someone from Ogoni to occupy the position of high prep project coordinator.
Marvin Deki was there, and we see that he did not do what Ogoni people expect. People write and ask him to come up for the seat. We did not write, say they should bring Asa man to that seat. Okay, some of the youth been saying when they do clean up for the Ogoni, he will build house. Some of them never even buy bicycle, no water, no nothing. But enough is enough. This is the right time they will know that Ogoni is angry. That office will be held by the Ogoni man. Or time or enemy. Without that, nobody will sit.
All right. You of course know from the sound of that voice that that person is not so happy what's happening in high prep, and of course is an Ogoni person. And the talking points here now for me, I'm concerned, not a bit. I'm really concerned, and my concern stems from the fact that is there an evidence that an Ogoni man as high prep boss will do better? Has Ogoni people left the substance of the matter to talk about the other issue? What has appointment got to do with the cleanup? I'm trying to put my head around some things. I'm wondering, if someone from another part becomes the boss of high prep, will it affect the cleanup? I thought they should be more concerned with the process leading to the cleanup. I have in the studio with me Uchendu Joe. He just back from Ogoni, where he's going to follow through with this protest. Uchendu, thank you so much for joining me.
Okay.
All right, so I'm asking myself, I know you heard me, so you probably helped me make sense out of my question, my foolish question, I guess.
It's not foolish in any way. For me, the first project coordinator of high prep that you heard that they removed is a son of Ogoni. Marvin Deko is the son of Ogoni. But I think also it was Ogoni people that fought. Ogoni people that fought to remove him. The same group that is seen fighting now are the same group that fought to remove him from the seat. So that's an Ogoni's son. But they are saying that we removed him because we understand that he never taken the issues affecting the people seriously. That was why they fought for him to be removed. And the fought for him to remove him was not that an outsider. They were given, should I say, an adage that he who wears the shoe knows where it pinches him. Now, if you are not an Ogoni and you don't stay in that place to test the water, walk through the road, you may not know that water is important. A new water is important to be erected in that community. That's what they are saying. And according to them, they have qualified sons and daughters of Ogoni that can occupy that position. They are insisting that if an Ogoni son stays there and then hears that is rooted in Ogoni, the person will automatically know where it's paining Ogoni people the more. They are saying from the UNEP report say, firstly, let there be water. And up to now, they are not seeing the water. The fixed amount of money, $1 billion that they are supposed to release, they thought that when that money is released, some Ogoni people who are mostly affected on that will be given some maybe small for them to go. And there are people that their houses were damaged as a result of that. All those things, they say they are not seeing any. You see where Debora said, where they said youth will do this, up to now, even some of them cannot even buy bicycle. So these are their problem. Bring an Ogoni son that know the problem of Ogoni.
Okay, but sorry, Huchendo, you were there. What was the feeling like? I don't know if you're able to ask them. Yes, you like you mentioned, they had the last head of that agency. He was from an Ogoni. Was an Ogoni person, and then he was removed. According to you, by their internal politics.
Yes.
They removed him. They asked that he be removed. And they didn't see what they expected while Anugoni's son was in charge. So, of course, they didn't see what they expected.
They didn't see. That was why they were part of those who fought for him to be removed.
So I would have thought that now that they brought someone who is not an Ogoni, why not see if we see what we want from this non-Ogoni son, as it were.
That is why, if you look at the second paragraph of the news, they said the man, instead of focusing on those things, those challenges of Ogoni, bring the high prep office to Ogoni land, not in Port Harcourt. Make available some banks and all the rest of where those money that will be paid will be there. Let them be distributing it from there. Let there be water for the people to get first, because what they are drinking is contaminated water. They are saying that up till now, the man who replaced their Ogoni son is not paying attention to it. Instead, is bribing, paying. That's what they are claiming, paying bribe to some stakeholders for him to be. He's just acting on under acting capacity, so that he will be made the substantive project coordinator of that high prep. The man has left his work of providing water, bringing a health center, health facility that will care those who have been affected by this contaminated water and the polluted environment. The man has left all that. The money is supposed to go for all this. His money is settling some stakeholders, even within Ogoni.
Okay, but all of these are just allegations.
That's just
we didn't get the man's side of the story.
Yes,
so
yes. But
they are alleging.
For some of us too, who has followed high prep to monitor one or two of their projects. Remember, I was part of those who followed some non-governmental organization from within Africa last time. They actually showed us some water distinct tank that they have. But I can tell you, since 2016 or so, that the president commissioned this cleanup. I think what we saw, I am not an expert to know how speedy it would have come, but in that aspect of water, I think they have not done enough.
Okay, but before you go, I mean, did you get any feelings or feelers from the Ogonis? Do they know if this man in question is just the head, is a project coordinator? That agency or whatever it is, high prep, I mean, has people who work with it, who worked in that particular agency, who I believe will be mainly from Ogoni. I mean, those are the foot soldiers. Those are those who will carry the fight. Those are those who will be part of those who will make decisions. And they sit in a boardroom to decide. It's not just this prof that will decide. They will have an assistant director or assistant whatever, who probably will be from Ogoni. Those are the decision makers. I mean, why should they be so much concerned with who heads that organization? It looks like it begin to look like the MD of the NDDC or the governor of CBN.
If they attack people in Zafara, who do they blame? They blame the president, I'm sure. If they kill somebody in River State now, Nigerian army, President Buhari is not giving the right policy for security to work under. That's what I believe that they are working to. If not, you have members of the board, almost 70% from Ogoni. From Ogoni, there are some. But can they do anything without the order of the head?
Yeah, I think they should be able to take a decision. If the head is not doing something that is that they think is not correct, I think that over 70% of board members who are Ogonis can stand up and say, sir, your decision is not the right decision. Okay, and they become majority in this case.
Can I tell you that the information that I've leaked that this man is actually bribing some persons to be substantial. Those who protested, do you think they are board members or they are staff of high prep? Don't you think that the Ogoni sons who are there who do not want to be mentioned, I don't want to reveal it, go and protest? This is what the plan on ground. Because we cannot say it, we're already in. We cannot say it. That's what I think is playing out here. So maybe those who are within has known what is happening and they are revealing to their brother. If you do this, look at the reaction that will go. There are national papers that are there. If Buhari did not listen to Today FM or here, maybe go online to listen to us to hear what we are saying now. National paper 1 or 2, Buhari will read and then know that, oh, good, people did such thing today, and maybe they may have a rethink. It could be a way that those who are members of the board that cannot speak directly has spoken
to the power that be. All right, thank you so much, Uchendu, for finding time to join us. I appreciate your time and your efforts at going to far away. You're going to get us this report. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Enkachi.
All right. So we'll open the phone lines for our listeners to be a part of this conversation. The number is 0817-0000951. I think I'm too fast. 0817-0000951. 0810-9510951. You can also get in your message across by doing it through 0701-9339-962, 0701-9339-962. Let's talk more about the Ogonis. They took to the street today. They are saying, look, Professor Philip Shekolu is not the man we want to coordinate the activities of high prep. We want an Ogoni child, an Ogoni son or a daughter, whatever, somebody that should come from any of the 4 local government areas of Ogoni in Rivers State must coordinate. Don't forget, we have the former one who is an Ogoni. This person, I don't know where he comes from, maybe from somewhere in the North Central or anywhere. But then they are saying they want an Ogoni person to coordinate the activities of high prep. Is that the solution? Should that be their concern? Should they bother about this? Or just the fact that their concern should be, look, let's do this clean, let's speed up this cleanup exercise, and so our people will get their lives back. Why bother about who heads that high prep organization? 95.1, good evening.
Akachi, good evening. This is Samuel Kyo calling from Kola.
Samuel, good evening.
Good evening. Akachi, I want to know that guy that is laying the allegation against that high prep chairman.
You mean my colleague that left in the studio?
No, not to change your word. The protester. Okay. I want. Till I hear the other man's side, you need to give them fair hearing. You need to give them fair hearing. You need to hear from the other man's side before I will conclude. This time, and it's only one side giving judgment. Let us also hear the other man's side. That is my own thing.
That's right. You're absolutely correct. That's why we called it an allegation for now. Until the other man speaks, then we'll get his side and then let you know. But you know, these guys, how they move about the town, Abuja, tomorrow, here, there. But we're making an effort to see how we can get him to talk to us, or even his representative to talk to us on all of this allegation. 95.1, good evening.
Good evening, Ekachi.
Good evening.
I don't even need to hear from the man's side. My brother, federal government of Nigeria is politicizing the cleanup of Ogoni. The evidence and fact is there.
But should people be concerned with who heads high prep? Should that be their concern? Should they protest over the leadership or the head of high prep?
My brother, Ogoni indigenous supposed to be the head, not bringing somebody outside does not know the environment.
But Ogoni person headed it the other time now. They push the person out. So how are we sure if this person come, they won't push the person out?
They need the indigenous of Ogoni to handle this matter. My brother, do you know that currently, I think somebody was reporting it, common water, people that is claiming that they want to clean up, they don't want to clean anything. Look at Niger, they are taking the railway and they have released the money. But this one now, they are taking the main oil here and to develop Abuja. How many committees did they gather to develop Abuja?
All right.
They should do the needful because these people, I say, they will not do anything. I'm telling you, they don't want to clean. They are politicizing it. People are dying on daily basis. You have taken over people's farm, even water. I think this federal government led by Muhammad Buhari has failed woefully.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We've had this over and over again and again. 95.1. Good evening. Mr. Giadom, you're right in the heart of Ogoni. I know you are calling me from your neighbor's place, but I know you are from Ogoni.
What's the name of my neighbor?
Don't worry.
Oh, you mean Obi Kubana?
The two of them now, you are in the middle, they are by your side.
My name is Baridi Giadom. I'm calling you from Ada George.
So why are your people protesting now? Must I go to man head high prep?
Oyekati, I don't care who heads high prep.
Even though it's you, Onyekati, that want to head high prep, I don't care. Our brother was there. Waiting come out. What's his name? Dr. Dekai, be something. They are not cleaning up any Ogoni, let me tell you.
Really?
They are not cleaning up Ogoni. Nothing is going on. Nothing is going on.
So
if anybody says that they are cleaning up Ogoni, that's a lie. They're not cleaning up any Ogoni. So I don't bloody care. That is a foreigner that heads the high prep. I don't care. Even though it's from outside. I don't care. Who brother help? Brother. Look at our been there before. Waiting come out. Not that our brother been there president before. Anything come out. So I don't care. Anybody that want to help the high prep, I don't care whether Ogoni. I don't even want Ogonima to head the high prep.
Okay.
Our brother. Now so going to do brother. Going to suffer like this. Who's not going to be president of Nigeria? Waiting do for South Africa. Waiting him do.
Okay.
Brother. Who? So I don't care who has the high prep.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Mr. Giadom. Thank you for your call. 95.1. Good evening. All right. He said he doesn't care who heads that agency as far as the right person gets in and do the right thing. The right thing he meant. Things that will affect the lives of the people of that area positively. 95.1. Good evening.
Hello, my name is Daniel Asaro Wilbari.
Sorry, you can't hear us.
My name is Daniel Asaro Wilbari.
There's so much noise from where you are calling us from, please, Mr. Samuel. Please, you need to bring down the volume of your listening device or you change your location so we can communicate. Thank you so much. Please do ensure that you don't leave your listening device, the volume on, because it does affect our communication, please. 95.1, good evening.
Yeah, hello, good evening, Ekachi.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, my name is Owu. I'm calling you from Port Harcourt.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, see, the issue of this high prep of a thing, for me, as far as I'm concerned, Ogoni people should just learn lesson from issue of NDDC. They protested that they want their son to head NDDC. Up to when they transfer NDDC from SGF to Niger Delta Ministry. As anything happens, as the minister not pocketed the whole of the Niger Delta, can they cough? They should learn lesson. They should work with these people and find a way for this thing to be done, instead of them to be agitating for their son. Thank God, it was their son that was first there. What did he do? Nothing. They still kicked the man out, still agitating for their own son. Please, Niger Delta, they should wake up. It's not everything that they will be politicizing. They should not politicize that thing. That the people of Ogoni land need this thing. They need this thing not.
Right.
So anybody that can take control of that IPREP should be allowed to do it as long as he can deliver. Issue of our son. They should learn lesson from Akpabio issue. They should learn lesson. They cannot cough on the NDDC issue now. What is NDDC doing for them now? They should learn lesson. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Let's go to the next item on the menu, which I consider maybe my biggest. It may not be your biggest, but for me, I think it's a big story for me. And that's the fact that the Federal High Court in Abuja has made a very a decision that many Nigerians have been calling for. Just today, the Federal High Court prescribed bandit group and labeled them as terrorist groups. In a ruling delivered by Justice Taiwo on Friday, the court specifically held that activities of the Yambindiga Yantala bandit groups constitute acts of terrorism. The ruling followed an ex parte motion the federal government filed through the Federal Ministry of Justice. The federal government had, in an affidavit it filed in support of the motion, told the court that the intelligence report affirmed that the bandit group masterminded several killings, abduction, rapes, kidnappings, and related acts of criminality in the northeast, north central, and other parts of the country. The Director of Public Prosecution, Abubakar, told the court that perturbed by the actions of the bandits, President Muhammadu Buhari gave approval for their proscription as a terrorist group. Justice Taiwo accordingly granted the motion as spread by declaring the activities of the Yambidiga group and the Yantada group and other similar groups in any part of the country, especially in the northwest and north central, as acts of terrorism and illegality. The court further outlawed the activities of the groups and other similar groups in any part of Nigeria. Justice Taiwo further ordered the federal government to publish the proscription order in the official gazette as well as in 2 national dailies. Well, a lot of Nigerians have been called for this to happen, and it looks like the government listened and then it went to court, and the court has granted that prayer. And what's the prayer? Bandits are now to be known as terrorist group. So some people have said the name bandit limits the onslaught that they should have been getting from the kind of onslaught that the military should have been giving them. But now they've been termed terrorist group. I hope the military, the soldiers, and the Air Force, and all of the security agencies will increase the tempo of the onslaught against these guys. We just hope so. But now that the court has pronounced bandits as terrorist group, what are our expectations? These are my talking points. This is my talking point. This is my question to you. What do we now expect to happen? To be flushed out, to be exterminated, to be excommunicated, to be degraded, to be... I wish I can put a call across to someone to borrow me some words. 95.1, good evening.
Hey, Kachu, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Calling from Port Harcourt.
Thank you for calling.
When I read the news, I was not even perturbed. I was not carried away by them, because already I know that these people are terrorists. Just that Nigeria were using media to, downplay the activity of these people. These people are just distinctly Boko Haram. So, but whether they call them terrorists or not, I think they have been battling with them, try to stop them. Because these people also have suspected weapons. People that can bring down the jet fighters. So, which kind of people do call such a terrorist? So, the issue is that let there be sincerity in fighting insurgency in Nigeria. That's all we require.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for your thoughts. It doesn't matter according to you. We all know that. According to you, you already knew that these guys are terrorist group. So, but what are our expectations from the government now that they are terrorists? There are different stories, unconfirmed story flying about that the Tucano jet cannot be used against bandit. That was the agreement they had with the U.S. government. I don't know. It's unconfirmed, really. So, but now that these guys are known to be terrorist group, whatever armory we have, whatever ammunition we have, whatever arsenal we have, can now be used, against them, whatever form and whatever measure. So, what are your expectations from the government? Is this the solution to all of the problems we've had? And is it how we can solve all of these problems? 95.1, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Nekachi. How are you?
Welcome.
The pronouncement or the verdict is long overdue. Because what I read as bandits are highway robbers who stop people on the road, like the Good Samaritan rescue somebody who was robbed by bandits. But these ones are carrying arms, killing people, bombing everywhere, burning houses, causing problems.
We're happy that they've done it. So what do we expect from here? Are we expecting a different approach from the military?
Of course, now, if you are declared a terrorist, you don't have to obtain permission from the string head before you react when you see them acting. That is why the terrorists, the military are taken as those who are against the country, and they have to fight them. The word terrorist means that you are against the country. Therefore, they have to deal with you as an enemy to the country. That's just the same.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Please do go to our Facebook page and sorry, I beg your pardon. Go to 0701 9339962. Leave a comment there. Drop your message. We'll take them as the program progresses. 95.1. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Mr. John. Mr. John, I want to commend Mr. John. Yeah, calling from Port Harcourt.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I want to commend the federal government for taking this step by proscribing the bandits as terrorists. It is this shows that this government is a listening government. And not only that, the Tucano jet, the U.S. placed a condition that you can only use it on terrorists, from what we had. So now that they have been proscribed, the jet should go to work and bombard everybody that is in that forest, wherever they are hiding. Bombard all of them.
Okay, but the question now would be, even the ones that are terrorists, have we successfully bombarded them?
We have been doing a good job in the Borno region. As we speak now, so many of them are surrendering. If you have been listening to news or following up the events in Borno region, the northeast, in that of the northeast, there is so much progress there, heavy progress. So many terrorists are surrendering to the army.
Okay.
Just yesterday, the army spokesman, he gave statistics of thousands of terrorists that have surrendered just because of the serious bombardment that is going on.
And he also gave statistics that they've been trying to make peace in Plateau State. Just yesterday, he was talking about Plateau.
Plateau State is different from Northeast.
Just a minute.
Northeast
It's
is not
Nigeria
Plateau.
now. Just a
No,
minute.
you asked of the ones that have been declared terrorists, and I told you that Boko Haram.
Just a minute. You cited. You gave an example of what he said, what the army
Yes.
spokesperson said, and I'm reminding you. You also mentioned Plateau yesterday, and today Plateau we're hearing different story. Anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate you for your call and your thought. Please go drop your comment on 0701 9339 962 95.1. Anybody home? 95.1. Good evening.
Good evening, Ekachi.
Yes, please.
This judgment is coming very late. I'm telling you, the prescription is coming very, very late.
Better late than never.
My
So
brother,
what's your expectation now that it has come?
I'm not expecting anything. Do you know that currently the Tucano jet is for fancy? Because you know the threat was that don't use it anywhere in Southeast.
No. There are some things I will not allow you to say.
Like what, my brother?
There are some things you have to know what. You don't say the Tucano jet are for fancy. I don't understand what that means.
Okay, let me explain something to you. They have been attacking Abuja University, and the Tucano jet was there. They have been attacking Nigerian Defense Academy. They have been attacking
Let's talk about the bandits. They are now to be known as terrorist group. Now they are named. They've rechristened them. What are your expectations from the military now?
Nigerian military will still be friendly with them. The same people, they know them. Are they not the same people they say they are giving amnesty? They have rehabilitated them. They have repented. My brother, this is like Lai Muhammad says, test by moonlight. Fake. They are just pretending so that the world will say, Nigeria have proscribed. It's a lie, fallacy. They are not the same people.
All right, thank you so much. If I remember, you are among the people who said they should be named terrorists. Now they've done it. You seem not to have any trust or any faith in any trust on that. But unfortunately, but then we'll have to move on. I mean, we'll have to look ahead and expect a different approach from the Nigerian soldiers. 95.1, good evening. Hello, anybody home?
Somebody is there. My brother, good evening. Emeka from Owerri.
Yeah, Emeka, good evening. How are you today?
Fine, my brother. Fine. You see, just like the last caller said, the thing is coming too late. Yes, coming too late.
But it's better. It's not late. It's not better late than never at all.
Do you know the damage this people has created? In fact, do you know the damage? The damage is so much. Why did you pamper them in the first place?
No, but that's we're not looking at that's not what you are looking at. We're looking at the fact that now they've done it. Are there differences that we should expect? Are you expecting something different approach from government?
I don't think there will be. I don't think because we see that's the issue of pampering. We see the there. I think that is just a formality. If you ask me, because the body language of federal government has not told me that these people want to fight terrorists. I always say this. Their body language, even the utterance sometimes. They say that these people are, there's something they use them as misguided products or whatever they say. Go to Fulani and all these people, they are all the so-called bandits, they are the same. I don't expect different much. Because the same people that are still ruling, and the same people that have been, that is far from listening to people to protest this. But when you prescribe IPOP, it will take you up to 2 days. You do that. Coming to this, so their body language is not making me thought. I think they just want to do it to down the noise of hey, prescribe, they announce terrorists. And that is just their reason. They will see pampered people, they know where they are. According to I remember I told you that these people, they buy market, they are collecting tax, they are collecting all these things. They say no, they are over 150 camps. Who are we deceiving in this country? Until we come to the reality,
Thank you
we
so
will
much.
continue to play with these people until we are ready to face the reality. Otherwise, no change, my brother. I don't feel like anything.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's go to the next item on the menu. Well, some Nigerians are not happy with the way Nigerians are patronizing foreign goods, and that we went to town to sample the opinion of some Nigerians, and of course an entrepreneur who spoke about this particular trend and the issue of preferred patronage of foreign product by some Nigerians has raised questions on the future of locally manufactured goods in the country. Cross-section of traders who spoke with Today.FM Sifunanya Obemendukwe said people prefer to buy foreign used goods, especially the one popularly called Okrika, because they feel they are better in quality. The trader said most goods produced in Nigeria are poorly made compared to that of foreign-made goods. Someone that said Nigerians who buy goods produced in the country do so because they cannot afford foreign products. Let's take a listen.
People they like to buy foreign bag, in the solid, in the quality. The one we do for our side here, they finish, they do okay. But the one we do for our side, they need. Only thing be saying the cost. For Nigeria here, they don't use machine do for other people. And if they do them with machine, they need the sewing, everything they need. People go like and pass the foreign ones. But as they know they do, I know if they finish, they fine. The level will never get the level.
They do prefer it's foreign shoe. We need to get people to believe in our own products. Because by so doing, the thing will begin to the awareness will be there, and some will buy, some also insist that if not okay, they will not buy.
Based on how it is there in Nigeria now, it needs something cheaper that will help them. All hands is not equal. Some people buy the Nigerian because they say, I don't want their hand to reach.
All right, and expert entrepreneur Ibifri Emmanuel is of a contrary opinion. As he said, the average Nigerian has an inferiority complex when it comes to patronage. Mr. Emmanuel, who is the president, Rivers Entrepreneur and Investors Forum, called for a change of mentality of Nigerians. As he said, the government needs to do more to encourage local manufacturers in the industry.
The average Nigerian has, I would say, an inferiority mindset when it comes to patronage. They would rather prefer to patronize a product that is made in China or a product that is made in somewhere in Europe or any part of the world other than Nigeria, because they feel that's a better product. So we have a scenario where you find out that you have tractors that are made from all parts of the world that are not designed for our market, and they end up in the farms and they eventually don't produce what they're actually meant to produce. It's a very challenging space to be a businessman, to be a manufacturer in Nigeria, but we need to change our mindsets. The federal government is trying a lot, the state governors are trying a lot, but I think they still need to do more, because the only way the government could be self-sufficient is get to the point where we encourage local manufacturers. Those goods will bring forex into the country, and when it brings forex into the country, it serves as a buffer to the currency of the country. But our government seem not to have gotten it right.
Now, have you ever come across a situation where you're trying to get a new stuff and you went to the market to get something new, and or maybe you see a friend who bought something that is brand new, and a group of friends are there, and you're hearing people say, you should have bought Belgium, you should have bought fairly used. A fairly used lasts longer than new one. The first time I heard that, it struck me, and I was wondering, how can a fairly used item last longer than a brand new item? And you hear different kind of explanations. This one is new from China, this one is Belgium. Belgium is better. Even when you go to spare part market, they tell you Belgium products, or Belgium, what they call Belgium, are more expensive than brand new one. Tell you this brand new one is from China, this one is Belgium, is okay, it lasts long and is more expensive. And you keep wondering in your head, struggling to wrap your head around all of those conversations. And so what role should we play? Should we leave all of these to government alone to play? Should these all be about government and its policies? What role do we as Nigerians have to play to ensure that we patronize locally made goods product for the good of our industry and for us to also generate employment, because if you patronize them, they employ more hands. Your brother, my sister get employed, and then we'll move a step closer to where we ought to be. So what role should we all be playing? Rather than pointing accusing finger at the government policies and all that, should this all be about government? How about you and I? What role do we have to play? 95.1, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
My name is Daniel. Good afternoon.
Daniel, thank you for calling.
For me, I don't think I have to believe with the person who just said the mentality of Nigerians. The truth is, I have bought both the one they call the Belgium and the one they call the new one. Especially when it happened to be with the shoe on the palm. I've even bought the new one from Italy, Italian shoes. The Italian shoe will be very expensive, but as they're worn, and some of them are got for more than 13 years now, either I dash it out and I choose not to wear it again. But ordinary palm that I managed to try to buy is not that expensive. A new brown one will not even last for the next 4 months.
Brand new one made from where? Is it Aba or is it China?
Yeah, the one they say Aba now, this Aba.
Okay, made here, okay.
Aba. Yes. When you wear it, you realize that when you wore it, you realize that before you know it, from the down aspect of it, it will be divided into two. And not that maybe your dream farm will probably just get it to wear it once in a Saturday and all that. And even let's go to the rice. I tried buying a local rice, but when I bought the sand, you want me to go and eat rice and go to dentist and begin to treat my teeth. But you go and get this foreign rice, you will not see one single sand on it. Nobody doesn't want to patronize Nigeria. Personally, me, I want to do that, but sometimes it seems like maybe Italian products, when it concern fashion, are more original and they are more expensive. But for example, it's better to spend your money and buy one product. That is my mentality. Buy one product that will give you 30 years, rather than something you buy. Maybe if there's something that's selling 10,000, you buy made in Nigeria, buy 3,000. 2 months, you go and buy another one, 3,000. At the end of the day, the thing you may buy 3 in a year. And the thing is
okay, sorry. What do you think is the cause of this? It's not like I totally agree with you, but I'm asking you from the point you've raised. What do you think is could have caused this inferior products that you alluded to?
First of all, poverty.
I mean, from the factories that we produce here in Nigeria. I mean, some people have said we don't have enough electric supply, lack of power supply.
I am going somewhere. That is what allow me to make my point. Poverty, number one. Why do I say poverty? Some of these manufacturers realize that, look, if you do made in Nigeria and they bring a very good qualities of something to produce whatever you're producing, it will cost you more. Maybe a cost of production may be 5,000 naira, and they want to pay 5,000 too. Okay. At the end of the day, the poverty in the country will make people not patronize you. Right. And while you're going somewhere in Transamadi here that we are, if you're producing your own and selling 1,000, before the 1,000 naira will finish, you that is selling 5,000, nobody will come. Right. You will see a lot of mass production and many demand. Okay. And that is it. And some of these manufacturers, they have to remain in the business, and the only way to do it is to reduce their quality so they can be able to do the competition. It's about competition.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Mr. Daniel. But a lot of people will also tell you or remind you or inform you that, look, there are clothes that are made here, and then you take them. I've had stories like that where you hear clothes brought in from Italy, and when you look at the label, you see that it was actually made here in Aba but taken to Italy, or someone abroad buys them, and then, I mean, better quality than what is even made in Italy. I mean, I've had stories where things that are made here are of better quality than what is obtainable abroad, and yet we do not look their direction. We don't seem to be patronizing them, give them all the attention and all of the patronage. Let's go to our message portal and see if we can take the message. Lots of them have come in, so let's just read some of these messages. Our time is already going. Onyekachi Onikachi, Sarawiwa is the only person that would have given Ogoni what they are fighting for. As for these ones, they are politicians. Do you know how many groups that are fighting themselves there? Even if they give Ogoni man that position, many groups would have come out to say all sorts of nonsense. They should let us hear some things. IK sent in that message. Federal High Court, Abuja, Federal High Court, not Lagos, as you mentioned, prescribed bandit group, declared them terrorists. Yes, thank you for correcting me. Yes, it is Federal High Court, Abuja, not Lagos. Now that the bandits have been prescribed as terrorists, they should be dealt with mercilessly. They should be smoked off if government is serious. Pastor Risimi in Iboiche sent in that message. Bandits now declared terrorists. There is nothing to celebrate. It's just fulfill all righteousness. They will still enjoy kid gloves and soft landing by government. From government, what is expected is to smoke them and their sponsor out of existence. Failure to achieve this within a month clarifies a sabotage and a hidden agenda. Thanks from Prosper. Bros, calling them terrorists changes nothing. Boko Haram is still ravaging us. Government catches them and set them free to cause more havoc. PMB and NPC government encourages criminality. Oyekachi, top of the evening, declaring bandit terrorist organization. Will it stop the killing going on in Nigeria? Oyekachi, Kaduna State government shut down telecom service for over 3 months because of bandits and Boko boys. And both bandits and Boko are still killing innocent Nigerians. No difference declaring them terrorist organization. The security agency should wake up and flush them out from thank God Atuibu. For the proscription of the bandits, some people just want something to always complain about. Bandits have been proscribed now and they are still complaining. They want terrorizing them in their backyard. They have not accepted that they are terrorists too. Oyekachi, I put it to you that your station marked my number. I'm Chris. Oh, Chris. Chris. I'm surprised at what you're saying because I know I take your call almost every day here. 95.1, good evening. Hello, good evening. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry about that. Please do call us back if you're the one trying to get across. We'll certainly, Chris, we've been taking your call. I apologize if you've not been able to get across to us today. 95.1, good evening. Yes, Grandpa, good evening.
Yes, you are talking of preference to foreign goods.
Yes.
Can we start from the NFA? Preference to foreign coach.
That's not a good now. It's not a good. Let's not go there. The sport guy just left the studio, so we don't turn the program to another sport program.
So it started from there. So that is what is going on. We prefer foreign goods, even if they are made and turned over and brought here. But I want to ask, if the goods we have are enough to be exported outside, don't you think we have been better off? Where are the factories to manufacture these goods so that we can boast of our own goods?
No, but the one we even manufacture, we don't even patronize it. That's where the issue is.
No, they are patronized. I bet you they are patronized. The problem is that they are not enough to go around.
No, that's not the problem. The problem they don't get enough patronage from Nigeria. We have 200 million Nigerians. I mean, they don't get enough patronage from Nigerians. We rather prefer to go buy foreign goods. That's the issue, and that's what's killing most of our industries.
Let me use clothes, for instance. You know the number of sellers, or they call them fashion designers, we have today are 300% what we have 10 years ago. And they can't satisfy the people. Every person is trying to learn fashion, and people are giving clothes and obtaining, and they are still delaying, spending 3 weeks, 1 month. So if it is that we have enough, don't you think that people will not be patronized? People are going to learn it, become apprentices, and tomorrow they open their own workshop. I'm using fashion design for instance. So we don't have enough. Let them open factories everywhere. And see if we cannot produce. It's nothing and all that stuff. It's doing well. We want factories like that everywhere in this country.
I appreciate you so much, Grandpa. Let's go to our Facebook page. Christopher Nwogu, finally, bandits have been proscribed as terrorists. Enemies of Nigeria are sad. As an Ogoni son, these men are fighting for their stomach. This fight has no benefit to ordinary people. Not prescribing if they should go after them. That's from Priest Ifeanyi Igbeke. Oko Namdi, does it make any meaning prescribing bandits terrorists? Will it stop them from carrying out their nefarious activities? These are questions that some people somewhere may have to answer. But that brings us to the end of the program for the week, for today, Friday, and for the week. When we'll meet again, it will be the last day of the 30th of November or the 29th of November, and there will be just a few hours to December. You know what that means. Thank you to all of you who have been a part of this program this week. I appreciate you so much. My name is Onyekachi. Please, let's do this again on Friday.
It all begins with breaking news.
Bye for now.
Make no mistake, this is a difficult mission, and it will remain difficult for some time.
Then it keeps trending. Events, issues, personalities, all struggling to gain attention. But in the race for deadlines, the intrigues, power play on the currents are often missed or underreported.
Insecurity here is basically a product of poverty.
But not anymore. As the platform on radio steps in to fill the missing links on events, issues, and personalities in the news.
I'm not afraid of anybody.
The platform on radio serves only the hottest topics and trending issues. Only on Today95.1 FM. 95.1 FM. Port Harcourt. Every weekday at 4 p.m. Get on the platform on radio and be served.
You can never plan the future by the past. He who has a right to live can bear almost any out. Lost time is never found again. It is the province of knowledge to speak, and it is the privilege of wisdom to listen. I don't take life too seriously. You'll never get out of it alive. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. In the end. It is not the years in your life that counts, it is the life in your years. Make it count with us. Make it count with us at Today 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM.
Aladamemo, Origo Dam. bigi go to me, Orani a lot of me. Igo darima alawama igo darima baby ala darima so me all.
All right, country people, 7 minutes, don't walk up past the hour of 5. That's now 5:07 be time right about now, and it don't reach that time when we go find out waiting they happen. And today, waiting they happen, it go sweet you, it go sweet your belly, because we go yan better matter. All right, I I try find one recording, but my network no one make I play the recording. The recording, the one where the governor of Abia State, when he talks say woman or women, we go born picking for inside government hospitals, inside the southeast state of Abia, go get 500 naira and a delivery pack. Say, I mean, the report now where I want to read say the move they very important. Because of say access to quality healthcare, cheap. My quota when in the talk say the state don't make available insurance for inside hospital matters, and that one are for pregnant women. Say if you born for inside any of the healthcare centers, you go get 500 naira. The governor talking for interview with Channels Television for the program Sunrise Daily on Wednesday. You say delivery na free, but when you can't deliver for free, you can't get delivery pack and they go give you 500 naira. Which him talk say poor people for society them need wella. Say for poor people so they go need the delivery pack and the 500 naira. People don't they laugh the governor. Plenty people don't they laugh the governor. They laugh and whatever for social media. Say which kind of package be that one? Say how you go give person way born 500 naira. Say for society where everything hard, where gas cost, where kerosene cost, where firewood cost, where food cost. Say how you want carry give pregnant woman we just born 500 naira. Say where is it done? People don't cost this man no. People don't cost him no. But you see, plenty people no want to realize say, first of all, to born pikin, it is expensive. And as it is expensive, it don't make them free. And now, in say maybe 500 naira for people who don't pay transport. They go either enter keke with their pikin, or they go either enter taxi with their pikin, carry their pikin go house. So why people they shout? Why people they shout? So country people, hey. Now am I carry come your doorstep, make you. I want make you, reason this matter with me. Reason am now. Reason am. It bad. What in this point one for Abia State do? It bad. I mean. 500 naira no be money. Better pass it, they no give them. Remember, say they go give them delivery pack. Now, delivery pack now, they like ampa. What would they use for Christmas? What would they carry that basket? Would they carry they spread love all up and down, up and down? Now, imagine say that delivery pack now, maybe Pampers, all those things fit day inside. That is if the nurse system for those hospitals no sideline things. You understand now? So the matter be say, I can't wonder why people they laugh. Now, bad thing be that. Really? Say, I mean, the governor, in his kindness, or like a woman go call him in his magnanimity, say, he won't give her 500. You know how many people go even rush, say that they won't go, government hospital now to go to born picking. But the problem, Nana, say, this one feel not be bad idea. But the government hospitals, them, for instance, Abia State, then get capacity. No, but the one bomb picking with CS now, they go say generator no green on. Or blood no day. Or syringe don't loss. So make them come buy syringe. Is there anything free even in Freetown? Man. So this way they shout 500. Nobody even waiting to support they shout. They're supposed to shout, hey, free. Government go fee pay. Nobody want away. 3 months later, doctors and nurses will go on strike in Abia State. Anyways, now one of the things where they happen. I've been just want to ask, how not reason that matter? How not reason that? You think it makes sense? You think it make sense? I mean, not be just the 500 naira way people supposed to look, They're supposed to look at with the fact say the matter, the hospital matter go be free. Well, say person wey no sick no. Hospital cost to hospital cost. It cost where? Only one day for hospital for bed alone, if it costs you like 8,000-10,000 naira, depending on where you sleep. 8,000-10,000-12,000 naira. So the hospital cost to. I mean, we'll leave that to read. But be to talk saying are free. No be talk saying are free. Government hospital get the capacity. Now what we supposed to ask whether they get capacity. Anyways, more could push. This matter, it break. Not too long ago. Say federal government through the Ministry of Justice, the Federal Ministry of Justice, that Namalami department be that too. The Malami department be that. Say they don't go Federal High Court. They don't go get order to prescribe. That is to call bandits, terrorists inside the Niger. They don't call bandits. People they shout, hey, bandit. Why didn't they call bandits? No, they don't call them terrorists. Particularly the people what they call Yan Bindiga, and Yan Taada. These groups, they don't say their matter done too much. They don't to kiki people. They don't to kidnap people, rape people, beat people. See, they don't done too much. They not be one place. They do it for Northeast. They do it for North Central. They do it for almost everywhere for inside we Niger. And it be like say the report who I see if it did anything correct, like say they don't even go Abia State, go do 1 or 2. So the question where I want to ask be say, now to call person terrorist go solve the problem. If not to call person terrorist, I go call that bad belle person for my face you apartment terrorist. Now make I see whether he go stop him from being a bad belle. Think calm from that angle. Because if calling them terrorists will solve the problem, then why they never call them since? Maybe all this killing for the end. But remember, say the other day on Wednesday, because we no talk yesterday, we no meeting yesterday. Remember, say on Wednesday when we come do waiting they happen, we talk about Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, person call him Minister of Bandits. No be me talk am. Person I call him. I can't wonder now. I ain't go do because it gonna be like say they don't call them bandits now. You no go feel go the romance with them again because that would mean he's a bandit. And he's a terrorist. So the question why I want to ask now say, that guy in hustle. So they carry medical things, they go hospital things, they go help people who know well for inside bush. Not to talk in a bandits in go meet sharp, but I just talk in go inside bush. So in way they like to talk on their behalf. I don't wonder now how you go do. How the matter could be, that some of the things we had to look at, but that one day. That one I want matter. The other matter we I want more to look where that thing they again make I find them. Okay, just aha. This report it touched me to my bone marrow. Okay. Remember all those people I did not want that before COVID-19. I'll be after COVID-19. Now before COVID-19, 2018, 2019. Remember all those people go contact you say, see guys, invest 150,000 and get 20% return on investment. You know, the majority of them, or all of them, don't crash, right? And they need a fee pay. They need a fee pay their investors. They need a fee pay their investors, right? And plenty people, especially for Port Harcourt, people don't protest tire. That one, I think NBA. People don't protest. Be like say nothing don't come out. Say the money hang somewhere, the money hook somewhere, be okay. Now this report talks say these guys where get those investments, they live Oyibo people life. They say if you see their house, if you see their car, if you see their mansion, say they've been senior men, don't carry them place. Say money just smell for their body. Their perfume, their money. The food is in the shop, their money. Everything about them, that money. And say, the person give, some names. Bami say, Ajetumobi. That one, Imagine Global Solution. So that one now for Caribbean Islands. Now you ain't go get citizenship. They carry that guy play. We can't talk about other people. I know if you just read it because the thing long. So all these guys now, where they don't use people money, carry they live fancy life. You know that way they talk about karma, say, hey, karma. Why karma never catch these people? Now what I want. Why karma? To look this thing now. Because it didn't take. These guys, before that after COVID-19, their business crash. When people tell you come out from COVID-19, where we say money, then they find money where this business is just crash like that. Carry people money, scamper. Now they don't scamp now. They don't scamper now. These guys, some of them, their life savings, some of them, all the things where they don't. Some of them are people money. Some of them are even school fees, office money that carry go put inside there. Castle don't bust now, but these guys, the idea red. Meanwhile, people who get investment, always start investment the day they live for abroad. One day Dubai, the other day Caribbean Island, the other day, that's why they just scatter. They don't even buy citizenship, so they don't even fit touch them because now they don't be citizens of Nigeria again because if they come Nigeria, they go arrest them or people go kill them. So I kind of wonder, where karma? Where karma they inside all of these things? Where karma? Come on, a person name, but when they, I mean, more look this matter, more look at me red eye. Where come a day? I don't mean to make go do bad thing, no. But see, this is no fair. It's not fair at all. So I go open the phone lines. We go talk this matter quick, so that we go come to a point where everybody go jollificate, talk within their mind, and we go end the show. All right, so the numbers to call now 0817-000-0951 and 0810-951-0951. Make you send your messages, country people, to the number 0701-933-9962. Remember the first story na Abia State, we say they don't give free medical for every pregnant woman within Abia State. And say when they're born for the hospital or the health center, so they could give them delivery packs and 500 naira, all for free. Even the 500 naira now for free. Everything are free. The second one we'll talk now, say federal government through the Ministry of Justice don't talk, say bandits na terrorists. I mean, they ask, say, just calling them terrorists, what did it change? I go like, no. What did it change? So I go know what I go call the bad belly for my face you, I face me terrorist, when I'm bad belly, go stop. The last one I want to talk, these people will do MMM and MBA and PPP and all those things, all those Zoom, I've been a Loom, I've been they call those people, and them. This men, they be senior men, they live correct, fancy life. Men, they do Oyibo, they don't jackpa. I mean, I will leave them. I take this call. 95.1 FM, who day?
Yeah.
Who day? Yes, sir.
The humble servant, Honorable Chris.
Okay.
Let me tell you, this thing where one of my uncles did for Abia State governor. You know, when you want catch fowl, pick it corn, throw it for ground. You know what they go do? All of them go rush. Now, investment when do that, you know, not that when do that. I know that hospital when they talk. People know who they go to again. So, in the game, I don't accent, because what I do now, in control con. Check it now from coming in to see how that hospital goes. I think the problem, I hope they know go they send people that they know they strange. When people don't they come. In don't so see now. When people don't start they come, you go here say no drink, no medicine, no this. Governor of Aja State, Nakaiman, I know it is.
All right then.
The bandits.
Summarize. Make a talk to another
the bandits, when they give name, no be the one where our president says, nah, they are brothers. Where again they give them bandits again, when they don't finish everybody. No problem.
No,
I use one eye. I didn't one eye. See me, they look at them. Okay. They look at them.
Okay. Look them well. I don't go. Bye. Who dey 95.1 FM? Who dey?
Yeah, Canada na Jude.
Who be Canada?
Okay. Now you be countryman.
Yes. Jude, welcome.
Okay. You said the Minister of Justice don't give them for terrorists.
And they don't call them terrorists now.
Whether they call them terrorists or
not like Jude. Now you don't talk to me quite. They never call them terrorists. Now they don't call them terrorists. Now you want to complain.
They tell you say since now Minister of Justice they call them the terrorists. Whether they call them terrorists or not. Now then nothing will happen. They will see the operation. Since all of them are Fulani, you understand?
Okay.
Whether they terrorists, all of them they are all.
You say we need to talk. That hate speech be that you know the yeah. I don't cut you. Who did the phone line?
Countryman. Countryman. How you do? Good evening.
Good evening, my fellow countryman. Welcome. Identify yourself.
Make I go straight to the point concerning.
You know I'm not gonna know who you be.
The Abia State Governor. Now, gift they come from Yenagua.
All right, welcome. to
countryman, I want to address this Abia State Governor which will make women come hospital, come bond free. Then still get transport to go back to house.
500 naira.
Yes, 500 naira. People do the shout. If you go social media, I think bring out things and do things from the man. I asked myself question: where and where people they even go see treatment they take free? Yeah, for Bayelsa, the one with the former governor, the countryman governor, they are keep this thing. Now you go use your money. They go only deduct civil servants. This one, the man say, can't treat, which is can't deliver, then go with a pack. You understand? Pampers and some other things go inside. They still give you transport. You say you don't like that kind of thing. Then turn this whole thing to politics. As far as I'm concerned, my brother, countryman, the truth of the matter, the man do the right thing. It's just like what you point out. Not until you go with your wife, like people like us who get children, not a child, children. Now we know what we will see for hospital. You talk them now.
Okay.
Bed, 10,000. One night when you sleep, they break. They never understand what the man they do. And let me tell you, government hospital, they work past most of the privates.
Okay.
Most of the privates, but people know they know that one. Now, until when you compare the two, I use private hospital for a very long time, and something happened to me twice. What did they call speed bed? That life experience. One of the best hospitals for Yenagua, they call Tokis. Everybody know me there. But once I go government owned where they reject, when a minor money, no big where they spend. compared to the private. I dey tell you till today.
But so you don't say make people for Abia State no worry. You know go be say syringe no day. You know go be say mosquito too much. You know go be say bed no day. And I wait till you try talk.
All those things, no worry. Make we first here with our eye. Then if we don't reach that level, so we begin to say no syringe, no the mosquito, they finish people. They will come. But in terms of the policy. And the announcement,
no be bad policy be that.
No be bad policy, not the bad policy. Not what you know, if you know got children and you know they go hospital, you not gonna know what they go on now. Go carry out operation. They go to bed, you go know what they do.
All right then.
Thank you.
Thank you, gift all the way from Yenegua. All right, you get this one baby we don't enter inside studio now. She want to come out inside the matter we will discuss. Say free medical plus delivery pack. And 500 naira. He good, I be no good. Me, no be tell me I focus my attention. No, my attention there for whether when people come they run back, come enter inside. Whether the hospital get capacity. You know, is it a capacity boy? Okay. Moku see whether this one baby go country woman carry mic now. You know what talk? Welcome, country woman. Welcome.
Thank you.
So tell me, you don't hear the Tory? The Tory now say for Abia State now, the 0.1 man, you know, if you know come and talk say, women we carry belle, we don't do carry, then the thing called shoot at. Say when they want born, if they born for hospital where be government own or in a health center, say they go do them for free. They go get delivery pack. Delivery pack now, no way if it be Pampers, if it be, you know, they go get all those things. Then they go and get 500 naira. You know, it come born, you take free treatment, go still get 500 naira, get money, go back out. No, but a bad thing be that. How you see the matter?
See, the part where be saying talk about free medicals, that one they very okay. But another two we go dey look now, not be to give us free something. No, you fit do am.
You get capacity.
You fit do am. Not be I go carry my belle reach there. Something happen, go tell me say you know go fit.
You won't carry your belle.
You go
wait. You won't carry your belle.
No. I fit reach there now. Okay, anybody fit do am. I go come reach there now. You come tell me say. You know go fit do this, so you can't refer me go another place. Fine, you don't give the free medical. If I stop there, you can't go they talk about 500 naira. I don't understand. 500 naira no fit do person chop again.
But if you use a pay transport now.
Pay transport from where to where. Even if they want enter keke now, you go enter keke as drop. You go book the whole
and I mean the 500 naira now.
Depending on where you dey go now, if you dey close there, you don't even need keke. If you waka go back your house.
But wait. Country woman, calm down. See, reading the matter say, you know, you don't do free medical. Now, you know, see, to do doctor, my waist. Now money be that too.
See, Canada.
Now, you don't do all those things for free. You can't sleep like 3 nights for hospital or 4 nights. Then you can't go house with delivery pack. Ampa. When you can't go, you want tell me now say 500 naira. Now go make that better thing where the 0.1 don't do make it
now,
make sense.
If for just leave that particular aspect.
If you know for 500 naira
for me, if you ask me, I no go clap am for this thing we do.
Countryman,
if you ask me, I no go. You know what? I no go clap am for am because over years, as I dey now, they fear to go Abia State. You can imagine say I want travel, I dey fear say I fit die for road.
Why?
So this thing
okay, the belle even leave
me run. So all this kind of WT person go, you go call they do something, expect me could they clap, make government they expect me anybody clap for them, make them keep their this thing, make them do what they're supposed to.
Wait, make I hear this countryman. This guy na Abobi Vida.
Ade.
Position. Okay. Free medical. Plus medical amper, maybe Pampers, all those things fit inside, and then 500 naira. 0.1 for Abia State no do well.
In try, but if you reason them another way, people go reason say 500 naira for Nigeria economy. You know, it go even reach you to buy
transport now. You know,
buy better crate of egg.
You know, follow do kerewa.
But no me say you know go put something for people body well. Because if you put like let's say 5,000 for people body, then go understand say and that one weigh them in, you understand?
After you don't do free medical,
if
you know me, free medical.
I go
come
say
on.
make him leave the money aspect.
No, make him give money. He need to give money.
No, make him leave.
He need to give money, but the 500 naira, no way. 5H, no way.
What mean
5H, no way.
That one na mockery.
Na transport.
Na mockery.
Even 500 naira transport, you go fit enter better bike for Abia State. Maybe say Baba Road Fulaba. You go fit enter better bike for 500 naira. Maybe they move from the main market, they enter inside. You know, even fit carry 500 naira move around Aba. So me, I think say the governor at least 5 pali for no bad.
See, for the package wey dem dey give them, I suspect na tissue na go dey inside. No. I dey tell you to. The people won't carry big tissue, put am wrap am with wrapper of 15 naira.
Wait, why be that? And I know if you just give government benefit of it. What can I trust government for?
We trust them, but make them just add 5 pali, take raw people face.
You know, make them
you go make brain.
You know what they do.
You know how many people they born every day? If government start to give people 5,000. Let me
make it 5,000.
You know, go fit repair road. They complain about
road.
Make
it invest in other
things. Stomach infrastructure na very very important thing. Belle gas sites well before you go think of to climb road. So 5 pali go take make you see road far.
5 they even do well because they get business when they run there. They get things. Those people.
So 5K if you ask 5K for small onion business, you don't give you small capital.
Okay. Make I quickly ask another question before I go back to the phone line. The other question now, bandits now, they don't call them terrorists. I don't see that matter. That matter, it go well or it no go well. I see the matter.
You make brain scatter because they do exactly waiting and terrorists do. For me, and a nice thing.
But if they call them terrorists, what's the difference? They go stop them from.
No, it's not a big difference. So terrorists now means say government don't identify them as this particular type of people. Okay. Where they fit get international connection. Where they fit get other people that will be like their affiliate for other part of the world.
But you no go stop them from shooting.
You no go stop them, but when government don't identify you, that means anything where you see, you go carry for your head.
Bobby, no Allah. Control Mamu, hear you.
For me, my own question now, why it take them this long for them to identify those people?
I go ask them that question.
Help me ask them.
When I see that, I go ask them that question. All right, back to the phone line. These people, then they enjoy the matter, so they just can't join us, you understand? But we'll go back to the phone line. Who they? 95.1 FM.
My countrymen and my countrywoman agree to now.
This one sound like Eto.
Yes, so my brother, I hate to have a call from Rumaolu.
That community day.
Oh, my brother, this community, now the peaceful community where they for River State as a whole,
okay, now you talk about.
No, that's so easy, countryman, you know, say that's the way Ipa do. Minus the money side and the waiting day inside the park. If now every governor go get mind to do that kind of thing, you know, say for person to go deliver for hospital, now the thing where they make people they fear. Let people they fear, they know that way would they cry today, say we not get data, we not get this, we not get the numbers of people where they this country. If they order they fit allow you go like that, they do it so that they take the record. You know, say we go feel know the number of people where they this country. Because when you go for hospital there, they go take your date and the record, date or certificate, everything go follow you go house. And here they look like say na good thing. Forget about the park and the 500 now. That one you just use the mind, church mind. Of Bobby just do it for you. So, but that one, now the better
so make it so far. Make it like say, you know, carry, you know, naira.
May not be like say, money no follow you go, body come up for hospital. Money cost follow you come. Now better thing, no, book clap for them, countryman. Thank you. My brother, thank you.
Okay, but I said this show, this Friday one is sweet me well. It's with me, okay. Make I see who did the phone line. 95.1 FM. Who day?
Kalada, good evening.
Kalada, don't go sleep now. Countryman day.
Okay, countryman. Good evening.
Yeah, countryman, good evening.
You know what in the verse me?
No, you tell me.
You know the Abia State governor no get shame for I.
What shame? What bring shame inside this matter now? What would they talk?
Wait now, wait.
Okay.
As I did now, me, I'm from Abia State.
Which part?
I'm from Ohio, the deputy governor from my place.
Okay.
Both the governor, both the deputy governor, all of them no get them. So they get them. They no go talk anything. They go enter both
print media, or both social media, or both anything.
But this matter now, if bad be no bad, no now. I know where they carry the matter go. We don't want to talk those other parts.
Countryman, wait. As I did now, I'm from other state.
You don't tell us.
My junior sister, they stay for Abba.
You
don't why they tell you, I know they lie, they tell you.
Okay.
My junior sister tell my wife making come. My wife no go. You know why?
No road.
If she enter motor before she reach there back, she believe when she carry she come out. And they tell you truth. Countryman, me and you there for Port. How many flyers are when we do?
But like I tell you now, see now, now make I want stop you since. No be the matter be that. Okay, fine. Road no day. Wait. You know they get the talk. Road no day to Aba. I agree. Road no day inside wait now. No day inside Aba. Listen now. Listen. I agree. We need to talk about road. We need to talk about hospital. We need to talk about pregnant women going to hospital.
Pregnant women, even for Port Harcourt, here we would say. I always talk about River State because I live for Port Harcourt. If woman carry belle go deliver for some primary health center, they give them all these things free. Delivery na free. What did Bazu mean by saying go give person 500 naira? How much be the delivery the items when they talk?
Okay.
That's why they tell you when you don't drink that kai when they drink finish, you know what they talk.
Relax now. You don't drink kai with them before.
Yes, now you
say you drink kai with them. Why you drink kai with them?
Wait, Matthews. The other time you drink kai enter Abia Poli. You go fall there. You know what they do? They not tell people don't video and finish. They collect everybody where they hear.
There's no facts. There's no facts. I mean, you can't prove it. It's your words against theirs. So what are you talking about?
May I give you not they collect everybody phone because many people see them.
Like I said, it's your word against their own. So you know that one no counts. That one no counts. So you never drink kai with them before.
My word against their own. My name Nandu Kwemele for make people not forget.
In the Kwe, welcome.
If you go be bye. Okay, bye. No,
it's not good. If make I tell I say waiting.
If you pass they hear me, tell us I say you no get them.
Okay. You don't already tell them yourself. Thank you very much. Bye. Moku, go to the next person. Who did the phone line?
Countryman, they come back. I want to tell that countryman where want misinform the public. This early this year, one of my neighbors went from Anambra for hospital here for Rumot Maya. He pay better money. He pay 20,000. He finds what they give us and others. They pay out this and that. He pay money. Make you know they misinform the public.
Okay.
If people do come to Amu, clap hand for Amu. Yeah, people who do that one, we get they do road. Everybody, if they do different things, the country go good. Let me say,
Eto, talk to other people. Thank you very much for that information. Where you don't give us who did the phone line? 95.1 FM.
Countryman.
Yeah.
How are you today?
I do all right.
That's your music where they start with. I don't like that music. What is the title of that music?
Alatemeo. Jim Lawson, I sing him.
Hey, that's very fine highlight. This is Chief Solomon talking. You know, this is a governor of Abia State. He don't try for having such an idea. But this will make a 5,000 naira for them. Yes, for make 5,000. Then for the terrorists.
But you know say if a person dash you something, you go say thank you. Whether you reach, you no reach, na gift. You go say thank you.
That is why I say don't try. If person give you something, you say no matter the amount, first to first say thank you. You go get the same party to do more.
Okay.
So for this terrorist something, you know, when they call waiting the justice ministry for justice talk not true, but it will affect our present politicians right now.
How?
Yes, because I don't know if they will also agree to answer that terrorist.
I don't understand. I don't confuse like this.
I mean, our politicians right now, if you call bandit terrorist, good, not true. because Boko Haram, they are dragging for something.
But wait till how the thing can carry involve politicians? Now it confuse me now like this.
Okay, now our politicians where they right now, it will affect them.
How?
In the sense that yes, they won't like to answer somebody who want to achieve political appointment or position by all means, because by the definition of that terrorist, somebody that want to achieve
now bandits like they call terrorists to no be politicians, so bandits. Bandits. People they carry gun, when they carry kala, they walk up and down, they shoot people.
I understand now. People they call katakata, no. You can't say that, you can't call them terrorists. And the meaning of terrorists that I take up for dictionary right now. Now somebody who want to achieve political appointment.
No, I agree with you, but you get plenty other meanings. You go look at when you check the dictionary, go down now, you go see other meanings there. Not be only political.
Okay, that's political. That political way. Countryman way. That political way. The way they if political they among. I believe the political day inside terrorism, but it will affect our politicians.
It no go affect. They no call IPOB one time terrorist group. It affect politicians for that place.
If you want to call them terrorists, then that means they are right. Then for the other one of investors, oil, that one, not true, because. Investors, people where they work right now, the foreign investors and indigenous investors, most of them are owing their workers. You see, so I don't know if I don't tell them to print more currency instead of borrowing. They should print more money and circulate it by paying their workers. Will it affect our economy if they print more currency?
I don't know. I don't do economics, so I don't know that one. No, I don't go to school.
So if the foreign investors, even the contractors, after working, they will find it difficult to pay the workers. So they're telling us that telling their workers they no money. That means they need to print more currency instead of borrowing.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, like that person not listening well, but I know I like not talking. Who did the phone line?
Good evening.
Identify yourself. Who goes?
Yes. Concerning about that.
Identify yourself now.
My name now. What place does it come from?
All right, what place? They come from where? Remaking. Yeah, welcome. One visit, welcome.
Yeah. Concerning about that 500, how the governor, how they want to identify people who won't come deliver there. I don't know anybody away from any state or.
If you deliver there, you get hospital documents, now you get card.
What if now from Port Harcourt now then go there go deliver?
And if you don't get card, I don't know how you want. I know they work for the hospital now. I don't know. I know they work for the governor too. I don't know. But the thing I say, if you born for the hospital, you get card. Doctor go do, maybe go don't even do antenatal for there. So government, everybody go know. Okay, see the people where. As you born, they come, they give you 500. Maybe people from government go they come every day. This one born. Okay, this one born 500 naira. This one born. Because if you give them to nurse you carry the thing go sell for market too. I don't know, sir. But that's so.
Okay, so that help me great message for Yanekua.
I go greet and bless him. Don't hear you like this, self.
Yes, my man.
Okay, no wala. Okay, me I don't move. Moku, yeah, waiting. This person want to talk. Waiting be your name. Where you they call from?
Hello, countryman, Reverend Father Kalada.
Who be Kalada?
Reverend.
Who be Kalada?
Countryman Reverend.
Who be Kalada?
Countryman Reverend. How the country be now? How you see the country now?
You know, follow for waiting to happen now. That question no follow. Country do okay. How you see the matter we they talk about?
You see this matter with the yarn since in the morning. The matter is this Abia State governor. Now the one who they call hard bread is better than none.
Okay.
And the man, at all they say na him bad pass. I think you know. So the man he don't try for his own small ability. So that one we could just raise card for him or cut card for him. But the thing wey me I no come like for these men their ways. We can't fit be say they feel now pay 500 women 500 and buy amper wey or waiting wey no reach 500,000 they go say they spend 5 million or 2 billion for this project. Now the thing wey I need the light for this kind of government system be that. Because this man, I say it right in the sense that we know for our state here, the small health center wey been dey work during Amechi time. This our number one man wey dey now Wike. He come, everything don collapse.
We need to talk about River State. Leave River State politics. Focus on Abia Stadium Center, I beg.
We dey talk about man wey don try now and man wey the one wey been dey in manager.
We dey talk about Abia State. Go stick to that one, I beg. I beg you.
Okay, we'll leave that matter for Matthias. We'll continue with our own matter. So you see, countryman reverend, as you can see, this bandit guy, don't declare them terrorist group now. You see, this Nnamdi Kanu and in group, they no go still happy. I don't know why. This man, this guy, Nnamdi Kanu don't take. If they affect so many things, and many people. So you go see that they will come begin to talk things wey like saying a person wey don't soak inside kai since how many days ago. Because that man now the Kalu said when you see kai just they flow inside that eyeballs. So this group now welcome idea so that make we begin to handle them with the support handle them so that tomorrow this our Obodo brothers they no go say we dey use sledgehammer kill mosquito.
Okay.
Make it say now we dey use sledgehammer one use and kill elephant.
Okay.
They don't claim say they strong like elephant. Make we see who will win the battle.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, countryman.
Bye. I don't miss that one. Make you call back. I go take one more call and then I go play music for now. Then I go come back again. So make an bear with me. Who dey the phone line?
My son, it's grandpa now.
Country grandpa, welcome.
Thank you. At least your father, I know him very well.
Okay. No,
he celebrated his 70th birthday the other day.
Okay. Welcome, grandpa. Welcome.
Thank you. Who do this thing to other people?
How you mean?
Who do them this thing? Oh, I've been reading articles from other states, from even the community where the governor comes from. If you read, you see what people are writing. Here is the road in Aba for a pregnant son to travel to. And who are the people who are saying that there is a package? There is no package.
But now waiting the right for now waiting in talk.
No, there is no package
for the interview.
There is no package. Check any woman who has delivered in Abia State, whether the person has given other than you pay from your pocket. You have to settle the workers because they're not paid. The workers are hungry. If you don't settle them, they will not even take care of you unless you want your baby to be sold.
Okay.
So what he's talking is pure. I don't want to say it's a lie because it's a governor. It's untrue. Let me put it like that.
Okay.
So what is 500 naira? I've been to a church. You deliver in that church, they give you package clothes for the mother, for the children, for the
baby. And what do you want to do to the package cloth?
And 100,000 naira. That's what the church gives. So let us. It is even in Port Harcourt here.
Okay.
So talk of a government, the money is not his own, and it's a mockery. It's a disgrace to women. I don't know how women are taking this one. This one they should go on riot.
Okay.
They should give them 500 naira for living in a hospital. Where is the hospital, sir?
Okay.
Where is the hospital? Ask people in Aba. Where is the road?
Okay.
Where do you go from where? Even Keke in Aba cannot collect 500 naira from you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Grandpa.
Who do I just say this thing?
Grandpa, thank you. We'll go find out who do them. But make sure I listen to music small. I come back right about now.
Orani alata meye.
All right, country people making a new vex. I go answer call when nature been a flash me, so I guys go answer nature. If not, as it be now, they say you can't cheat nature. You can't cheat nature. I try, but no fit. All right, I go just answer one or two more calls, and then we go wrap them up. We go cancel them for today. And everybody go listen to news. We go come your way by 6 o'clock. Wisdom Open, I go bring them your way. All right, who did the phone line? Who did the phone line? Who did?
Countryman.
Who goes you?
Countryman, these terrorists where they talk.
Who goes you now? Who goes you?
The terrorists.
What be your name?
It will affect our politicians because you look as if one of them want to achieve the political by intimidation and violence.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
You get me, countryman.
I hear you now. I say what be your name? You don't want to talk.
The company say all of us achieve the political appointment by intimidation and violence.
Thank you.
You know, say, it's good though, as they do them because we know say Boko Haram is there they have their nation. IPOB have their own nation. Sunday have his own nation.
Thank you.
As you know, all of us.
As you know, tell me your name. I go let you go there. I don't miss the other call. And when you call me, when I say identify yourself, so I could know who I talk to. Because me, I don't like when they talk to ghosts. I know say I be capacity man, but get levels where my capacity reach. Who goes? Who did the phone line? 95.1 FM.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Give me your name.
This is what I'm at the team, and they come from Port Harcourt.
Chima from Port Harcourt, welcome.
This is what I talk for governor of Abia State. The thing is that, let me tell you, law, when they interpret it, say, people they talk of pampas and other things that follow. Now, like pampas and everything. Government has something. Even when they reach there, they go think the nurse before they go need. They call the man to bring something. Before you go complain, the woman feed born for road. So they know that everything not be like that. Not be all the glitters, not the gold. And they say 500. Other things will follow, which human being never know. Because they will ask her to bring this, bring and that. Before the state governor, the woman, what the woman go do? So when you want to go bump it in, the governor said, go free, come bump free. You no talk of pampers, you no talk of people, they talk of, you go bring it, they not lie. You need to come and burn your kid, push your child. Come on. any other thing that follow. Government no know that or no tell you that one. That is one thing people should know. Because when there is a law, the lawyers go interpret them. They go bring all those things for you to go complain.
No, I'm not gonna argue with you, but when you go listen to the report, ain't saying go give waiting in call them again packages. I be waiting in call medical packs, something like that. So when you give waiting day inside, waiting one day inside again. But now we go match break. Next week on, you go better pass this week on because